Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, what's up, Skewers Unite? It is Wednesday night, it's hump day, and we are back better than ever. Reality Skewed Gamers coming at you for another Wednesday night show. We've been doing this for over 3 years. Glad to have you guys here aboard. Glad to have you. Got a lot to talk about, and we have compiled some of our favoriteest people for your listening pleasure as we begin this epic journey. I'm, of course, Ranger J 1999, your host and part of the RSU crew. Glad to have you here, coming from the dark side of Corban as we get ready to kick your ass and make you feel entertained. That's what we're here to do, is to keep you entertained. Glad to see everybody in chat. Big shout out to everybody in chat, and we will get to you guys in a second. Let me get through the mechanisms. Before I get to the mechanisms, let's introduce everybody who's hanging out with me today. We've got a new face showing tonight. Look who it is, everyone, coming from the Miss Passier stream. We've got the game changer himself, Miss Passier.
Hello.
And what you don't know is Miss is secretly being ferreted away in a secret location under government witness protection. So we can't reveal his location.
Underground bunker.
That's right. So somewhere he's safe, so he can be safe from anybody that might want to find him. But we're glad to have you here, Miss, man. It's been a long time, brother.
Oh, I know. It's been way too long.
You know, I'm always hanging out on Miss's stream, so...
He is?
Yeah. Return the favor. Ouchie says, Miss is my favorite shard mate. Ooh. You got high... That's high praise coming from Ouchie, girl.
It is. That is high praise for him. He's normally very feisty, but I appreciate the compliment.
That's right. Also joining us back from his space sickness, the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman. Hello, Dr. Finn. Shut up. So, also joining us, the man, the myth, the legend, the beardless one, the brown Gandalf, the government Wi-Fi stealer, the chicken chaser, the French tickler, the big deal himself, Grande Pappy Patron. But forget that crap. Tails just noted at $22. You said Finn smells like old farts and Comcast buffer fell. Oh no. And that means we got the pickle explosion coming down from the heavens. Here they come. The giant pickles are ready for interaction with the cup. Lord Vader's cup of plenty. Oh, wow. It's a lot of dense in there. Been a lot of donations lately, and so it's really dense in there. So a lot of porgs and pickles and other stuff that's just really dense. So we'll talk about that in a second. Grandi, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm doing great. What's up? Glad to be on. Glad
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Also join us. We've got, of course, the father of my young apprentice, the one and only Stoner Jedi, Xylo Takedown.
Hey, what's up, Skewers? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Glad to have you on. Been a while since we had you on a Wednesday night stream as well. So we got Miss and Xylo here. All we need is a tits to round it up, and we'd have ourselves a baker's dozen of goodness. But we'll go with 5.
Got a lot of dark side energy on the show tonight for sure, right?
I'm feeling the dark side energy. Yes, it's quite good. It's quite delicious. Oh, Bimatsu just noted $2 and he said, "Cool." He's one of the new stickers. That's right. Now get that goddamn pork off the screen, Finn. You're ruining the show.
I must counter the dark side.
Shut up, Finn. Oh, for Christ! Someone, Grande, what do I pay you for? Kill him. Say something. Worthless, just worthless.
Fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
Yeah, great job, Grande. Thanks, Grande. You're a big help. Such a big deal. Doesn't even get off his ass to do anything. All right. Oh, man, we got a great show for you guys tonight. So let's get through the mechanisms. So as you can see, we got donations coming in. Much appreciated for the donations. All the donations go back toward the stream to make it better, bigger, everything we can to keep us up and running, to do all the streams that we do. We do all kinds of games. We do Galaxy of Heroes. We do Battlefront. We do Dungeons and Dragons. We do PC Gaming Night. Just a ton of stuff. A lot of content. We got the lunch stream, Jedi Academy, all kinds of stuff. I'm doing lore videos, and all those donations help keep us going doing that. So your donations are very much appreciated. And if you donate, you can see it goes to Vader's Cup of Plenty, which fills with different items as you donate. $20.01 more gets you the Pickle Explosion. $3.01 to $20 gets the poop-filled fecal matter baby version of me flying through the air into the cup. And then anything less than that will be some porgs, some cornbread, fat, Twinkie-fed, Finn, stupid porgs. Yes, they fall from the sky and they make us very angry. That being said, subscribe, give us a thumbs up with the video. We got 93 people watching. If we can all give you to give us a thumbs up, that'd be super appreciated. It helps monetization and help get our content out there on YouTube, and we very much appreciate it. If you would follow us on YouTube, or follow us on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch. We're going to be doing our Grand Arena Championships over there. A lot of great content over there to help you guys figure out what teams work on defense and offense. There's a lot of videos over there already. It's where I do Battlefront. That's where we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. So check that out. We also have lore videos out right now that you guys requested. So if you haven't checked out the lore videos after we get done tonight, check out the lore videos. Let me know what you think. Let me know what characters you'd like me to do moving forward. All your feedback is very much appreciated. Just be constructive. That's all I ask. Or just delete and move on. I don't really have time for it. But yeah, I would love to see that. We got another one coming out Friday and another one after that. And I think you're going to like the characters we've chosen. So there you go. Now, that being said, that's all the mechanisms. Let's get into the first thing, and that is shout-outs. Now, there's a ton of you in chat, and we want to make sure we shout out all your names, so we have a shout-out word of the day. And the way it works is we're going to give you the shout-out word of the day, and all you need to do is type that in chat, make sure you spell it correctly so Dr. Finney can get it scooped up, and then we will read those names out here. It's always a fun time, and we want to make sure we get every single one of you. So, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, what is the shout-out word of the day?
Today's shout out word of the day is equal.
Equal.
EQUAL. Equal.
Yes. Equal.
I thought it was feet.
No.
Damn it.
McVenum's not here, so we potentially could have gotten away with that. But no, it is
There's
equal.
no McVenom tonight, Loki. And look, everybody, it's a lightsaber builder himself, the sexy Buddha, the man, the myth, the legend, Loki, the lightsaber builder. Loki, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing.
Nothing? You're just living life? Living the dream, man? That's all you got
Having
for me?
a great time.
Where are you? Are you headed home? Where are you at, man?
I'm always headed home at this
I
time.
don't know what you're doing. You always got, like, you're just busy, man.
Dude, the traffic is so bad from Galaxy's Edge right now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I can't. It's going to take me like an hour to get home. And normally it takes me like 20 minutes.
You should activate that hyperdrive.
Ouchie says, get Urs in the stream, too. Is Urs in the chat? I can't. It's flying by so much. Urs, if you are in there and you want to come join us, you're more than welcome, man. We'll have a super party tonight, man. But Urs, message me on Discord if you want to. Urs already knows, man. He just has to message me. He's always welcome on the damn stream. Knucklehead Urs, get your porn stash in here.
See, Tits is here.
Oh my God! And then you can hang out with the lovely Tits. Look, we have our own version of the.
You gotta change that word now.
Nah, look at that. We got Tits McVenom. Loki, didn't you want to say something to Tits?
Hello.
Ooh,
Yeah.
who's that?
That's Mist.
It's Miss Passier.
Hello, Miss.
Ooh, well, hello. Look, ooh.
We're getting fancy. Up in here.
Yes, we got Zyla, we got Miss, we got Loki, we got Tits. We got. He's not on camera right now.
Anything but high class.
The missus says hi to Miss McVenom.
Yep.
Urs is sneaking in RSG while at his kid's ukulele lesson.
Oh.
I'm taking ukulele.
Yeah. So, well, if you get a chance, let us know, Urs. We will get you in here. The Outer Rim's hot throb. We would love to get him in. Now, wasn't there something you wanted to tell Tits, Loki? I'm just curious.
The Twitter shout out. What is it?
Equal.
Shout out
What
word.
the hell is the word?
Equal.
Shout out word.
It's feats. That's what it is.
All right. Well, you guys have a nice night.
Did she
She hung up.
Way to go, Loki. Now you message her in Discord right now, and you apologize.
But we go back.
Loki, see what you've done?
I can still see her. I don't know about you guys.
No.
He's so full of shit.
I know.
But that was funny.
Oh God! So everybody, go ahead and get the word "equal" in there, and we're gonna shout out your names. We're gonna have the Grande Patron reading session with the Tis McMenam grading. It's
that'll be
fantastic.
fun.
Oh, we just got another $10 donation from the Dagger. Said, "I demand you ban Finnity's porks from the stream for my birthday. Thanks
It
for
is
everything
his
you guys
birthday.
do, except Finn. Glad to see Miss and my good friend Xylo." You heard it, Finn. Get that. It's his birthday. It's a birthday request. You get that goddamn pork out of here.
All right. Gonna wave bye.
And we got Poopfield Baby Rangers falling from the sky. Here they come. Oh,
He's waving bye to everybody. He won't
Ooh.
be back for the rest of the stream.
Yes, there you go. Happy birthday, the Dagger, and your wishes are command. We shall do it.
Whose birthday?
The Dagger.
Happy birthday, Dagger.
And so we have
Is
gotten
it
rid
Dagger or the Dagger?
of the Dagger.
Dagger.
Oh,
the
happy
Dagger.
birthday to
Yes.
the
Yes,
Dagger.
happy
Dagger.
birthday.
Good friend, good
So
monitor.
very nice. Thank you for the $10 donation. And if you want me to do a birthday kind of voice for you, I always do that. Let me know, Dagger. We'll get it. We'll get you squared away. Also, also, if you guys have questions, we will be scooping up questions. So make sure you put questions in chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your statement. That way we can scoop it up, and we'll get to as many as we can at the end of the show. So everybody in chat, why don't we all wish the Dagger a happy birthday? Give him a happy birthday in the chat. That'd be kind of cool. Let's do that. I know, Xylo, I'm doing everything I can, man. I'm doing all I can. You guys got to help me to curtail this monstrosity that is Finn and this fluffiness, okay? Thank Kyrell.
It is really fluffy.
Thank Kyrell.
He's just...
You-
Hello thing.
Oh no! But I have to read it. It says, "Hello, moist passier."
What?
So nice.
Is it going to be one of those nights?
I think so.
It's not me. I'm not doing it tonight.
Especially if
I'm
hers
sorry,
comes
I'm
on.
sorry,
Especially
I'm
if
sorry.
hers comes
Oh God, if hers
Miss
comes on.
is here.
Mm.
Is it because Miss is here?
Probably. Probably. I bring out the worst in people.
Yes, or the best. However,
Or the best, however you want to view it.
Yeah, I've been watching your Twitter lately.
No.
You're a little instigator.
Ooh, I am.
I
Twitter's
kind of
fun.
like it. Keep it up.
It's fun though.
It's fun to watch.
It's like a train wreck. You just can't look away.
Moist feet. Jesus Christ, they're going crazy in
Stop.
chat.
What?
Almost
Let's
choked.
have a nice night. This is why we can't have just nice nights.
Yes,
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
So we got the donation train started. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Keep the donations coming. We really appreciate it. Get your questions in. Make sure you put question from the statement or it will not get scooped up. And that's on you, not us. So help us, help you, help us, help you. That's the kind of way it works. See that Dutch door action going on there? So, oh my God, even ouchies. Okay, don't read chat. Tits, don't read chat. Don't read chats, please. Tits, don't do
Stay
it.
here and just look at you guys.
See?
That's okay. You
There
just
you
sit
go.
there and look pretty.
Yeah. And you
I
know,
would entertain you with my pork. but
no, we don't want that. It's a birthday wish. You can't.
Ben,
Finn.
That's a
No,
birthday
that would
wish. You
help
cannot
without that
violate. You
night.
can't violate the birthday wish.
The Dagger says it's actually just Dagger, but stupid YouTube needed it first and last name. That's awesome. And Kagari just says, I'm just here to listen. That's all right. There we go. So glad to see you guys on chat. Let's get into it. We have a Twitter question of the day, Finn, or not?
We do have a Twitter
What
question.
is the Twitter question of the day, Finn?
So if you guys haven't seen, Ranger has started doing lore videos on our RSG channel. And so he is working through it. And obviously when there's a new character, it's definitely one that he'll focus on. But for our Twitter question of the day, it is based around his lore videos. And the question is, Ranger started the new Star Wars lore series on the RSG YouTube channel. What character would you like to see Ranger make a lore video on next? So head on to our RSG Discord. The handle is Reality Skewed Gamers with no vowels in the Skewed and Gamers, Reality SKWD GMRS, Reality Skewed Gamers, and go ahead and find our post in there, and you can go ahead and answer with who you want Ranger to make a lore video on.
Can we put an answer in too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's open to everybody.
Put it in there.
I'd like to get some feedback. Also, Finn, can you message Till? I think he's trying to do. He's stuck at work or something. He wants to listen on Zoom instead of or trying to drive and stuff. It's easier for him. If you could help out, Tills, I appreciate it. So we had some other donations. Thank Kyrell $2. She said, "Hey TMCV." Ouchie says, "No, I'm not reading that. Oh, for God's sakes, no." I'm not reading that. If you want to go back and read that, Tits, I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to die for you. I'm not dying for you or no one. So, no.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
That's right. Well, I like living. I like doing it. So, SW, Ifril Stern just noted $2.99. He said, Grande, say feet. Wait, F feet, real Stern, so it's easier. So he's telling you how to say his name, Grande.
Oh.
Oh no, am I
No,
screwing
no
up?
cheating. He's got to just say it with what he feels. Yeah.
The dagger.
Elmo.
I know. My daughter's like Elmo. Not sure if you have that one. Christy and Catherine. All right, so here we go. Oh, Christ, we had a Teal's appearance there. But Teal's, hide yourself, fool, you're driving. All right, let me see here. I had to get ready.
What am I reading now?
Not doing anything. I have to do Elmo. So
Oh, okay.
let me get into my voice here. Give me a sec. Let me actually give me practice one.
What are you doing, Elmo?
Yeah, he's practicing.
I haven't done that one in a long time. I'm not hitting it. I have to hear it again.
It's kind of funny watching him practice.
Well, that's how you do it.
I'm not.
I mean, it's like, let me see if I go into Kermit into Elmo. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here from Sesame Street News with the birthday celebration for the dogger. Kind of scary, but that's okay. Right, Elmo? Ha ha! That's right, Elmo, love it! Ha ha! Elmo, you're retarded. Don't say those kind of things. But Elmo would like to wish a happy birthday to the dogger. And to his wonderful daughters, Christy and Catherine. Ha!
Not bad for a first try. Right?
I know. It's a unique voice, so. But happy birthday, the dagger. We really appreciate you, brother. And
You should stick your hand up your butt and see if it makes your voice more like.
Oh, Jesus.
Really, Finn? How about I stick my boot shirt up your butt?
Well, this is going to be a fun
Yeah, this is going to be a fun stream.
This is what happens when you take my porg away.
Okay.
All
My
right.
porg is my
What's on the
sanity.
agenda?
Yeah, I got to work on that one. I haven't done that one in a long time. I forgot about Elmo. Usually it's all kinds of other voices. Oh, Christ. And off the rails we go. That's right. Welcome, everybody, to Brain Damage RSG, where we try to discuss things and screw it up. All right, so we've gotten all the shout-outs. Make sure you guys get the shout-out word in so we can say your name and get you shouted out. Remember, the word is equal. Spell it correctly, or you won't get your name shouted out. And then we got the Twitter question done. So, Finn, do you have the names for Grandi to read and for Tits to grade his reading of the names?
Yes, the patron shoutouts are in the.
Okay,
Finn
good.
stuff already.
Okay, good. All right, so we're going to let. I'm not even going to look at the names this time. Every time I look at the names, I catch ones that Grandi messes up and it kills me. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to.
I'm going to screw up like half of them. Anyway.
I'm just going to let Tits make the call. So I'm not looking.
I'm doing Patreon shout-outs, right? The ones you
just
dropped a
just
couple
do
hours
all
ago.
of them.
I'm just making. Well, he keeps adding stuff and he's actively typing in the chat, so I want to make sure I'm actually doing the right list.
Just start from the top and go over the Patreon.
Start with the patrons. I'm adding a new post for the shoutouts from the chat, but patrons are set.
Okay. Alux 12, Bimatsu, Chaos XIII, or 13, I guess. Chopper BZ, Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33, Corinth, Dangerfield, Darth Mike, Darth Teflon, Darth Allen 0885, Darth Bob, Darth Vader Mate. I think that name's hilarious. Deadpool Kyle 28, Drewman95, Erock 123, Hogzilla, I Bong Hard, It Poops Bombs, Jajak Kana, Maz Kanata, Moss Mike, Ouchie Dumpling, Ray Rock, Riverboy 12, Rose Taco, Revenator, Sanely Red, Shadow Val, Sith Lord, Slash Van Rhodes, Spaceman Tim, Tallywhack, Tenebris, Thane Kyrell, The Tor, Walter Arnold, and I always mess this one up, Zarathustra.
Grande, I gotta say, I am beyond impressed. Who are you and what have you done with Grande? That was damn near perfect.
That was A+, really.
I'm
kind of a disappointed.
I know, right? I mean, usually you've butchered 4 of them by now, so you were on your
It's like
game.
the first A+, ain't it?
Well, it's been a long time. You know, I mean, wow. This is Twilight Zone stuff here. All right, now let's get to all the names he's not used to.
I'm getting those ready right now. So they're about to drop. I'm adding 2 more names here because they came into chat just in time to get their names in. So I don't want to miss them. So I am adding them right now. There's one. And then the last one that I'm going to get everyone else. Unfortunately, if you came in late, then your name might not be called. But
we're always shouting out names during
there we
streams.
go.
We'll get you squared away eventually.
All right, Grande, it's in the chat.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
All right, I'm going here. Okay, so again, Ranger doesn't like this. Apropos ruin, I guess is how Ranger wants to say it.
That's good enough.
Atomic Fish, Bimatsu, Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33, Deadpool Kyle, Devil's Treasure, Dr. Feelgood, Drayton, I guess you'd say that, Durgan, Fatality V2, Jeff Nicholson, Grim, this guy's in my guild and I always mess up his name, Hadril Jetberg, Helenex, JJ the Crazy Nico, Jason Krulik, Jedi Training Bogus, July 9 or JLY 9, John Moran, JVU 420, L. Kelly, McRevan, Michael H. 19, Miss Passier, Mos Def Isley, Nathaniel Morgan, Nev, Old Jazz, Ouchie Dumpling, Ray Rock, Rose Taco, Royal 1664, Scorp 30, Silverbolt, Simon Houston, Skywalker Vader, Salma MC, Slash Van Rhodes, Sword of the Jedi. He told me how to pronounce his name in chat. SWU, Ifeteral Stern. That's how he said for me to pronounce it. Teals.
That's not the correct way to pronounce it, but that's the way he wanted you to pronounce it.
Yeah,
that
So
is
the points.
Yeah.
Teals.
Which
the
technically
Dagger,
is correct.
the Honkler, the Tor, Tim Van Ness, Torin Jax, Vito Antu, Walter Arnold, What Else 73, Uta, Ziglet, Xylo 1111, and Dad Jordan, and then Kobe Wan and Chicken and Teals. I mean, and Trez DL.
I'm in shocked silence at the moment.
You got a few a little bit twisted, but not anything bad.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
You said
The
Dark
Mech
Raven.
Revan
It was
instead of
Dark
Mark
Raven. Yeah, it was Raven.
Oh, wow.
And then, really, honestly, that was it.
Wow. Grande, you've been practicing, bud.
I have not. No.
Are you on
Grande's
some...
on his A game.
I mean, what happened, Grande? How come you can't do this every show?
Because you're not reading them, Ranger. That's why.
I know what I'm from. I remember all the names. Trust
I know.
me,
I know.
and that's why I'm like, well, that I kind of anticlimactic. Usually by now we've had 4 butchers, and I will be doing roster reviews later for those poor bastards. But that did not happen tonight. So yay me! Wow, Grande, A plus for me, man. Maybe a little nitpicky, but I'd give you an A plus. Tits, overall grade, I say A plus. That was A plus material right there.
For overall, both of them together, I
Yeah.
would say definitely A plus is perfect. So I would say A minus.
A minus. Okay, so
Because we have to strive for perfection.
we do. So Grande, but still A material, buddy.
Yeah.
That's better than your D material that we've had in the past, or F material we've had in the past. Trust Dark Lord just donated $1.99. He said, quality reading from a big deal. A huge deal. Unbelievable reading. Nobody does reading like Grande Patron. I know reading. We're going to build the wall around Grande and just have him read all the time. It's going to be incredible. Good job, Grande. All right. Now that's everything. Shout out. Glad to have you all in chat. We couldn't do this without you guys. We love you. Your support means a whole bunch to us. And it's a pleasure and an honor to be able to be in front of you doing our show. Now, that being said, let's get into the news. And Finn, what do we got first, buddy?
All right. Well, we have a bunch of things that they just did very little of, so we're just going to run through these pretty quick before jumping into the big topics.
No, if there's something there we want to talk about, we will. But yeah,
So
we're not going to
the
read
first
them.
thing, the first thing, Darth Revan is coming on the 13th, i.e. tomorrow. So if you guys haven't, make sure that you're working on Darth Revan. That's coming tomorrow.
Question: people have been asking us to cut out the version where I beat the
I have that on
Malik
the list.
event, so yes. We just got another donation from Thane Kyrell, $5. Said, with Grand Arena Championships, we're getting a new store and currency. Do you guys think the GAC store tunes will be the Eternal Twins?
No.
Nope.
Moving on. Thank you for the $5. Here come the poopy filled baby Rangers. I didn't see the Eternal Twins. He tricked me there. I got through. I'm like, oh, a serious question from Thane. So well played, sir. Well played. Oh, we got some bouncy from the poop filled baby Rangers on the cup. The cup is filling up. Utah just donated $2. Say birthday was money. More Finn Porg. No, you cannot do a $10 donation, Utah. Sorry, $10 was donated for him not to have the pork. So.
That's true. You'd have to beat $10.
Okay, so right now we stand where there was a donation for the porg and a donation against the porg. So we're even out. So no porg one way or the other. So we'll see how it plays out there.
The no porg donation was 5 times bigger.
Yeah, I got it.
That's 5 times the porglessness.
Utah, if you wanted to do a shout out for your birthday, let me know. I will do a shout out in any voice you like that I can do. I'm trying to make one that you know I can do, but give me a little challenge. I'll do one. It's there for you. So Uta, you let us know. All right.
So Darth Revan coming the 13th. Simple enough. On June 6th. Yeah. On June 6th.
The Revan will come tomorrow. Bet your shit's gonna be freaking out tomorrow.
So June 6th, they did a server update. It was just to fix some Grand Arena stuff. So that was pretty simple. Then they put out another post for Negotiator. Negotiator is Kenobi's capital ship. So we can start expecting that, which was also hinted during the Q&A. So that was one of the 2 ships hinted during the Q&A. It was the Negotiator, and then the Malevolence was the other one. So be on the lookout for more information about the Malevolence, I'm sure, coming soon. They also have a new character coming, Acklay. As part of the whole Geonosis and Clone War era update. So be on the lookout for more information of that. They talked a little bit in a different post about GOTB and how it's going to work. Now, GOTB is going to be running at the same time as the Hoth TBs, and guilds will have the opportunity at that time to pick which one they want to do, whether or not they want to do the Hoth TB or whether or not they want to do the GOTB. So they did announce that it will be happening at the same time, and the first one is expected at the end of this month. So be ready for that. More new characters that they announced: Wat Tambor and the Geonosis Brood Alpha. So we should be looking for more information about that. Ranger, I know you had questions about the whole Geo Brood Alpha.
Doesn't exist. But
Yeah.
I mean, the Geos are a caste system. The Geonosians, and so I looked for Geonosian Brood Alpha. Now someone told me it's from a Clone Wars episode.
I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find anything on Google.
I mean, when they put a character in the game that you type the name in Google and you can't find anything, it kind of
gives you a hint. And so I, when I did the whole lore video, now there was a warrior cast, and that was just drones that proved themselves in the arena that they had there, and then they would become warriors, and then they would, become bodyguards or, soldiers, things of that nature. But there was nothing specifically for Brood Alpha. So, and that's fine. I just couldn't find anything on it. So when I was doing my research for the lore video, but if you want to know more about these two characters and just the Star Wars in general outside of the game, there are two lore videos that I've done on Want and just Geonosians in general. So it kind of gives you a gambit of Watt's involvement and how they're kind of treating them. Also, Shakti that just came out, she's there, and it gives you an idea why she has so much synergy with the clones. And then I did Malak because that was the last one of the big ones that came out recently. So we got some more on the way as well. But if you want to know more about it, but yeah, they made that one. They just made that one up, man. I couldn't find anything, not in the Archdukes, nothing on this. So, all right, continue on, Finn.
So let's jump into the first big topic of the week.
Okay,
and that is Miss C.G. Carey did an interview on the podcast of our friends Paul and Scotty from the Escape podcast.
You have to say it right, Finn. The Escape Podcast.
You guys can say it that way.
No, you will say it that way, Finn. You will respect the fact that it's the Escape Pod.
There's very clearly an ellipse.
Yes,
and then eclipse.
There is, and there's very clearly affinity that's ignoring the ellipse. Just saying. So we're going to. So if you guys haven't seen it, she went through a lot of different things with Paul and Scotty about different things in the game. Now they recorded it beforehand, so by the time that the podcast came out, some of the stuff had already kind of been released in little bits and pieces and whatnot. So you'll if you guys haven't, I'll let somebody, because I've gone through it like one time, and I just started going through and started making little notes of things here and there. But I know, Ranger, you said you went through it, so if you want to talk a little bit about Carrie on the podcast and
I mean, I'm sure everybody who did not listen to it here. Did anybody not listen to the Escape Pod cast?
Spoiler alert, we're talking about a podcast. There
you go.
Did the paraphrase, yes.
I'm always going to do the paraphrase. That's the way Paul and Scotty want it, and I, unlike stupid Finn, will respect that.
They say it. I mean, they ask to have it said like that.
I know.
So,
Finn eats Twinkies. It's not.
That's how they say it themselves.
They did. He just doesn't care about other people's feelings. So, there was a lot from there. Some exciting things, and I really now we've interviewed C.G. Carey here before, and she's a wonderful interview, and she's a wonderful person.
Absolutely.
We love Carey to death. So there's a lot of interesting things in there. They covered one of the things that stood out to me, and I'm going to throw this first one out there, was getting away from squad arena and getting more into your roster being the kind of arena with Grand Arena Championships. That was a big one for me, that they want to get away from this single team squad arena thing and get into more of your roster being the kind of the Grand Arena Championships, the measure of you being able to be good in the game. I like that. I like that a lot. And if they can make that happen, I think it'll alleviate a lot of headaches for a lot of people. I liked a lot of stuff that they talked about the Grand Arena Championships. I liked what I heard about Geonosis territory battle. I like that she mentioned that they're still trying to figure out how to do a sandbox mode. That made my heart sing to the heavens. I was a little... They didn't say much about the gear crunch. She kind of flirted around the answer in my opinion. Didn't really cover mods too much other than it's an issue and they're looking at it. So we didn't get anything definitive about that. Overall, I thought the interview was really good. There were some really positive things about it. However, as I always say, I want to see the execution of it. So, Mist, what did you think, bud? Have you had a chance to listen to it?
So I did listen to a good portion of it, plus I got a good deal of it from a couple other YouTubers who have made videos on LT101, specifically made several videos covering a lot of the content that was on the podcast. There were several things that I thought were interesting that she brought up. I was kind of expecting a little bit more of a kit reveal as far as like specifics for the Brood Alpha and Wat Tambor, but I mean, understandably, they may or may not have even had those kits solidified yet. So, plus everything has to be approved. There's all the red tape and everything else. So I know that she talked about the general ideas there on the kits, and honestly, the Brood Alpha sounds like a very interesting kit. They're actually going to play around with that 6th slot that exists on every match, with the Brood Alpha being able to call a brute, I believe is what she referred to it as, in the match. So that's going to be kind of cool. Kind of have like a a little reinforcement there to call in. And then Wat Tambor will be the first dark side non-combat support for in the game. So
makes total sense too.
Very awesome. Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited for both of these characters, and I just hope that I believe Wat Tambor is going to be the Rolo IPD equivalent, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I understand it.
And the Geonosian Brood Alpha will be required at, I'm assuming, 5 stars, the same way that the Imperial Troopers and the Captain Han Solo was required for that one node. So for that special mission, I believe that she implied that it would be Separatist droids that would be required for that special mission. So everybody get your Imperial droids. Well, maybe not that mission, but she did imply that not Imperial droids.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Separatist droids. Sorry. I know I get all my factions here mixed up. But
I
anyway,
was like, isn't there only one Imperial droid?
There's only one Imperial droid. It's the Imperial probe droid. But anyway, but the Separatist droids will be likely required to. They'll be required for a special mission, but not necessarily the Wat Tambor mission.
Right.
Being that they're going to require the Brood Alpha for that mission, I wouldn't say it's outside the realm of possibility for them to require Geonosians for that mission, that special mission for Wat Tambor shards, because the Geonosian Brood Alpha will be the 5th Geonosian added to the game, which would give you a full squad of Geonosians. So if you don't have your Geonosians geared up, I would probably consider saving gear for them on the off chance that they're required. However, you can almost guarantee that it's going to be at least Separatists required for that node or that special mission, if not Geonosians specifically, the same way that they require Imperial troopers for the Imperial probe droids. So there was a lot more stuff that we can talk about, and you can bring those topics up, and I'd love to comment on them, but I don't want to hoard the stream here.
Well,
that's my speculation there on that.
Another thing real quick, I don't want to say it was more than a month ago, she referenced the Geos before the Padme event. She was like, work on your Geonosians. So I mean, I feel like it wasn't just hitting at the Padme event, but it was also hitting at this, right?
Right.
I mean, didn't one of her State of the Galaxy things actually just say do all Sep droids and Geos?
Well, no, she specifically referenced the Geos specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's cool. It's a 5-man Geo team, and it sounds like the Brood Alpha is going to be like a Bosk-esque type player, with the heal, health protection, and overall the Geonosian faction, right?
Okay, what's up?
I don't know. He's gonna lost. I'm just gonna end it off there.
I'm just sitting there thinking about that now.
Just gonna try to break it, maybe.
Oh no, I was just like, well, let me think about that. And you need to turn up your mic, Xylo. I can barely hear you, brother. You there? Say something, Xylo.
Check. Sounding good.
Yeah, there we go.
Icicle.
Sorry about that, guys.
But do not finish that, Grande.
I didn't finish it.
It begins.
Finity knew.
I knew exactly where you're going with that. That needed to stop right now.
I wasn't going to finish it, but I knew somebody was going to get it.
No, you're not even going there. Miss McVenom, did you get a chance to listen to the Escape podcast? Right. All right, moving on.
I know. Wait, it's on the list. I know I should listen to
I know
it.
you've been busy.
2.5 hours. It's
a lot.
Exactly, and it's been nothing but softball tournaments and all kinds of stuff all this week, and I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and listen to it. But
can I tell you what I do? I listen to everything at 3x speed.
Do you really?
Yeah, I listen to everything at 3x. at 3, sometimes 4x speed.
Well, that's probably not. That's not a bad idea.
See,
I
that's
should-
so scary
I should-
that somebody's listening to me on 3x speed with my hic.
No. So
Probably what
the
it sounds like.
no.
It sounded like your voice is a banjo when it's on
No.
4x.
Yeah, it's probably what it would sound like.
So
Yeah,
Oh no!
it'd be
you got
awful.
a pretty mouth.
All right, that's enough out of you, Grande.
That's
Imagine
taking
what
it
it
too
sounds
far.
like when he talks really fast, right? Talk really fast for a minute.
No, please don't encourage him.
No. It's like Micro Machines. I'll tell you what. Most of the speed up software that I use auto tone corrects, so no one sounds really high pitched.
Okay, we get it. You like to listen to things fast and loose, Grande. Now, what did you think about the podcast?
I liked it. I thought it was great. I thought that their interaction was great. We learned a couple things. There's sometimes different sources for me kind of start to blend together, so I have a little bit of trouble commenting on it. That's all I have to say.
Thanks, Grande. Thanks for the insightful things. Finn, your thoughts?
You guys are making me want to listen to it now even more.
It was really good. It was a good interview.
It was very good.
Well,
They
it was
did
a good
a
interview.
they did a really good job.
Another thing I really liked too was the 30-minute extra at the ending. It was more of like a personal interview, and you got a little more information about Carrie herself, right?
Yeah, and a lot of that I knew about her already because we'd gotten to get her to know that personal side of her, so it was cool just to hear it again. But I'm sure for the fans it was cool to hear that because we had done that same thing with her when we did our interview, so I like that aspect of it. You get to see a different side of the person behind the curtain doing the things, so you see that they're actually a human being.
Absolutely.
And the thing about Carrie is she is a gameaholic. If you saw and knew how many damn consoles games she has, you would be like, oh my god.
Yeah, she said that the 20th anniversary of the Phantom Menace was also the 20th anniversary of her gaming career and like her working in the gaming industry. So that's so awesome.
It's a long time.
All right, Dr. Finn, lay it on us, buddy. What'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was a good interview. I think one of the points that Miss made was what I was kind of thinking as I was listening to it too. And I think it's hard to avoid it, but it's the timing of the interview versus when it comes out, and a bunch of information is already released in between that, right? So there's nothing the Escape podcast people can do about it. They had their interview, they had to prep the stuff, and then they released it. But then it felt like we got some of the information. I was hoping for some more about the kit too, right? Like I was listening to it thinking that we were going to get a little bit more about the kit and maybe a little bit about if they have any kind of new mechanics or something like that associated with these characters. But we got more about some of the releases. I think, if I remember correctly, the information about Acklay actually came out on the podcast before it was posted. I think they were very close to each other when the information about Acklay was actually posted on the forums versus when it came out in the podcast. I think in the podcast it actually came out first. So that was one of the new ones that I remember. And then, it's always a difficult one. The hard one is the arena focus versus the grand arena focus and trying to move away from that. I mean, we've heard that before. It's not anything new necessarily, and she gave a little bit more about her insight into it and why they're moving in that direction, which again, I can understand why. It's just something you have to tread very cautiously, right? Because regular arena is the source of crystals. So you mess with that, you mess with the way people have played the game and they've managed their income, and that's a major change in the way the game
As long as they can transition to it, I'm fine with it. Because if they can transition, we've always said this, right? If you take something away, give it over somewhere else, right?
I'm concerned that you have a lot of people who have pushed really hard on those two specific game modes, and you have a lot of communities surrounded around those two specific game modes, and I'm not sure that you're going to have communities surrounded. You're placing all of the community now in the guild and in other areas rather than on shards. There are some shards that are where those people have known each other longer than they've known the people they're in their guild with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we got to think long-term health of the game. Squad Arena, unless they can fix it, is not sustainable. And less people are interested in Arena. They do it because it's not because they enjoy it, because they have to.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
If it wasn't for the fact that there is a difference between 100 and 101, like the rewards in Arena, like honestly, if the bracket went from 50 to 200, I wouldn't give a shit. I would seriously hang out in the 50 to 100 or the 50 to 200 range. But because the difference in rewards is at the 100 barrier, I've stopped caring about trying to make it to the top 50 because I absolutely loathe Jedi Knight Revan versus Jedi Knight Revan arena matches. Tomorrow cannot come soon enough.
A new dawn has come for Miss
I
Passier.
have got all the gear I need to take Jedi Knight Revan to gear level 12, I believe. Let me double check one thing. Yes, I do. I have the 150 stun guns. So once I get a chance to do the Jedi Knight Revan event, or Darth Revan event tomorrow, I will be able to take him straight to gear 12.
Wow.
Give him all 3 Zetas. I already gave the Zeta to HK47, loyalty to the Maker, and he's at gear 12. Bastila Fallen is at gear 12 with the Zeta. Sith Trooper is already at gear 12, doesn't need a Zeta, and I'll probably run Thrawn in that team because Thrawn helps kind of offset those teams that try to focus on Bastila Fallen right off the bat, because if you make your Thrawn just a little bit slower than them, he can kind of soak up some of that, or replace some of that damage that she sustains by giving her the turn meter boost and the protection regen. So Thrawn on that team, which, I mean, who's surprised really? Put Thrawn on any team and it's better.
I know.
He's like the ultimate plug and play character in the game. So I'll probably run that team tomorrow until I get Darth Malik.
And we're going to work on getting those mods done.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of mod swapping tomorrow. It's going to be ugly, because I got to get my Darth Revan team modded out without completely sacrificing my Jedi Knight Revan team, because it's a strong team and I got to keep them at least moderately well modded so that I don't get totally screwed in the next Grand
There are
Prix.
some alternatives. I mean,
You could go fast Yoda with that team instead too. Just go high speed on your Yoda, and then you don't need as fast speed on your Darth Revan and Bastila, because he goes first.
That's how
tenacity up, and then the buffs from the other team don't do anything, and you're still just rock.
I run that over Thrawn.
Yeah.
You're talking about throwing Grandmaster Yoda?
I put
on a team?
Grandmaster Yoda on that team.
It works, man. Especially on offense, it's nasty. Yeah, I'll show
Darth
you.
Revan with Grandmaster.
I know it's counterintuitive, man, but it works so well. Because your Yoda is faster, right?
Yeah.
And so he goes before the Bastila. He does his thing. He puts tenacity up, so all the debuffs from the team are not landing, and then you just go raffle stomp them. You just go kill the fallen Bastila, and then you've got it.
Yeah, correct.
But you have to have Yoda over probably around 305, 310 speed at least.
Yeah, I know. I have been living under a rock when it comes to Darth Revan squads because
100. I mean, basically, you need to be able to put a set that's something like 150 and 55.
Yeah, and we'll get you squared away, man.
I think I can manage that.
And that's just a temporary thing until Malik comes around here soon. Once Malik comes out and we get him, then we can put that on the team and switch it up again.
So my estimate on Malik last Thursday was that he would show up somewhere around the end of June.
Yeah, I think that's the timeline I'm looking at for
first
Malik.
week, like maybe around the 4th of July week.
How long the Darth Revan event? Week, right?
Yeah, it's 1 week, and I think there was 2 weeks between the last Darth Revan and Darth Malik showing up.
Was it
Padme is anxious to meet your Darth Revan.
You got to get up past 200.
Oh,
and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, come on, come join the sub-100 crowd.
Oh,
we miss
no.
you.
Don't make Ouchie angry. You wouldn't like it if she was angry. She will rip you apart.
We miss you, Ouchie.
You've seen Wampa, what he does in the arena. That's Ouchie, man. Don't anger her, man. I mean, you'll get whomped. Durgan's trying to instigate.
Ouchie's basic attack is called Ouch.
Yeah, it's
like Wampa.
No, it's called you die. You instantly die from hemorrhaging from the severe beating and trauma caused by an Ouchie fist. All right, anything more on the Escape podcast?
Yeah, so there was a moment where Carrie mentioned that she was frustrated when she first started doing the ship ability mat challenges, and she mentioned that she was a little frustrated at the fact that you could get 0 Zetas from that. Oh, go wonder there. Huh?
Well, and then she said, "I wonder if we fixed
We
that yet."
can make that a minimum of 0
Nope.
or 1 Zeta mat.
No.
That would be quite awesome. If they could fix that and give us a guaranteed Zeta mat every time you did that with a chance of 2, that would be the shit.
I wonder how long people have mentioned that. I think it's
very,
been flying
very
under the radar just a little bit. You know, the fact that you know, you could get 0 Zetas. I've never heard anybody say that ever on any stream on a Wednesday night before, ever.
I know, right? I don't think I've ever heard any YouTuber anywhere ever mention that the 0 Zetas was ever a bad thing. Come on.
It was one of the worst things they did, honestly, because it really did throw you off completely.
Bimatsu says you can have Miss Spot and Zai if you take him out. So
I want Miss Spot just so I can be in Bimatsu's guild.
Just tell him to kick somebody else.
Now I'm just waiting for like Skinny's name to pop up in chat, just all pissed off to McVenom. Skinny J ain't enough. You need Bimatsu now.
It would be pretty cool to have Tits in the guild with us. I mean,
it would. She's amazing. We got her on a path. It's a good path for her. She's coming up in the world.
No, you're gonna be disappointed. I won't get Darth Revan this time.
Not this time, but we're on a path. We're on the right path for Tits, and that's gonna be good.
I don't know if it's me, but have drops like it's kind of like Apple. When Apple's
we're gonna get to that. It sucks.
Slow everything down.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
talk
my
about.
drop rates have,
We're gonna talk about that. Don't worry. Hold that in the back of your mind.
Right?
Yeah, hold that in the back of your mind, Miss McVenom. We're gonna get to that.
I'm so pissed.
I know.
I'm so mad about it.
Okay. All right. Anything else on the Escape podcast?
No, I think that's it.
All right, next one.
Ye old meta report.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here from the Chicago Cubs. Hey, I'm dead. The one thing I know, I'm not as dead as this damn meta. Holy cow. The thing is about as fun as getting your feet cut off by a very rusty old saw. Hell, I prefer that or looking at the sun for over an hour just because I can than looking at this crap. Finn, tell us about the meta report, dum-dum. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Yeah, that's how interesting it is. I'm just muting myself. Yeah, so we're
Darth Revan, Jedi Revan, MILF. All right, we're done.
So interesting will be starting tomorrow and our next week, because I am curious how many of the people that have Jedi Knight Revan are gonna switch over to Darth Revan within a week's time. Yeah, I'm with you, Miss. I don't know if I have the gear yet. I've just kind of been collecting everything. I haven't necessarily been looking to see what I need, but I'm getting Darth Revan. I have my Zetas ready, and I'm gonna gearing him, and I'll spend crystals if I need to in order to boost him up depending on what I need. And he is getting to at least gear 12, so we'll see. And then it's gonna contribute to a lot of people, I think, switching. So we're gonna actually see a Pac-Man similar to the Fleet. If we look at Fleet, we see what Home 1 is doing, kind of Fleet right now, and it's just awful. And
I don't even want to show it. It sickens me. So
I'm afraid of what the arena report is the meta report's gonna look like after tomorrow.
That's gonna
like
be.
It's gonna be the same thing except all of Darth Revan instead of both.
Okay, so it took over 4.5 months. It took the second arrival of Jedi Knight Revan's event for the meta to change to like 80% or 85% Jedi Knight Revan. We already hit that. We've surpassed that with Darth Revan, and he hasn't even come back the first time yet. So, I mean,
I think it's going to be more than like 90.
I'm afraid it's going to be like 90 to 95% Darth Revan.
That'd be interesting.
Well, so there was one thing that and I want to give. I was Thane that pointed this out.
Hold on, we got a donation from Kane77. We got Poopfield Baby Rangers coming in. Let's see what happens. There's going to be some heavy. We got some liftoff. It's getting a little hectic in there. And he says, "Love the Wednesday stream. Nice to see, Miss." Well, thank you for that, Kane77, for the donation.
Thank you.
Continue on there.
No, so one of the interesting things, right? When Jedi Knight Revan came out, you could still use Traya. You had to kind of remod her, right? But Traya could still be used as a counter for Jedi Knight Revan, and you could get into that one spot. Most people that are trying to get into the rank 1 spot that don't have Darth Revan are basically screwed, right? there either you have like an arena shard that's nice and maybe move things around, or you're just out modding everybody on your roster on your shard, and it doesn't matter, right? So one thing that was noticed by Thane was that the number of people that is actually being counted in rank 1 squad arena is lower than the number of people that are being counted in like fleet. And a lot of that is probably because there's just people that can't beat the teams that are in rank 1 if they're Darth Revan and they don't have it, right? So I think that's also going to contribute. I think we're going to see that there's an increase in the number of people that are able to hit rank 1 because they're actually able to get Darth Revan, and we are going to see that increase, but it's going to be kind of twofold. You're going to have the people increasing the number of Darth Revans and more people being able to hit rank 1 and not stuck behind somebody else that has a Darth Revan that's just sitting there.
Well, it's going to depend on mods too.
Payouts. Yeah.
Mods are going to play a big part of that. I mean, you know, if you don't have the
jump in here
mods.
for a second. I literally climb on Jedi Knight Revan every day.
Tails, we can barely hear you, bro. Tails, we can't hear you, man.
It's
Can you hear me better now?
Too much
sound
background
like-
interference, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
I'll hear. Nope.
Nope.
Try again. All right, get your mic facing. We'll get Tails
We'll laugh together, man.
We'll get it. We'll get him eventually, man. But yeah, I can't. If you're driving, it's coming through really bad.
Broken and unreadable.
We're here. Where everyone's fine here. Everything's fine. How are you?
So I think that's what we're going to see,
Yeah.
right? We're going to see more people able to hit rank 1. We're going to see more people getting Darth Revan. It's going to be pretty interesting. So we'll monitor that here moving forward. And we'll see next week. I think next week will be interesting to see what happens with the Darth Revan part of the mix.
All right, let's move on.
All right. So next we have Grand Arena Championship.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Divisions are here. We will be divided up. And this is one thing that I had talked about previously. We really wanted divisions, you know, because people were worried about what a 2 million versus a 5 million, and they did say that they are going to be doing that. I got to say, I like the stuff I'm seeing from CG on this, how they're trying to go and approach it and stuff. I think it's very smart. I think it's fair. Still got to work on the matchmaking. There's still some other things, but that still has not been in a post that they did say they were going to address, right? But the matchmaking and how they want to make it fair and you know, the divisions and things of that nature, I'm really liking. Oh, $1.99 from the Taco King 2 says, finally getting back to the stream. Finally, the Taco King 2 has come back to RSG. Man, that pork just bounced right the hell off of that. Man, that top layer is really packed with Poop-filled Baby Rangers and porgs, man. Things are just bouncing off of it, man. I like this a lot.
Get something dropping for me. Like, can we get some skates or something?
We can, Finn. You can change that, right?
We can only have 3 images.
Well, okay, so
replace one of them.
Let's get rid of the porgs. We've had enough porgs.
No, everybody likes the porgs, right?
What about the Poop-filled Baby Rangers?
I don't like the porgs, but I think other people.
Probably get rid of the poop-filled baby.
We can change that. Yeah, we can go with some McVenom skaters, you know, or something like that, Finn.
Okay, I'll look for some skates.
Think about it.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
don't
some.
know if I want to go with skates. This is a lot of pressure. It's like picking a tattoo. Let me think
I can
about
put
it.
your face on the pickle.
That would be perfect.
Let's put Tits McVenom's beautiful face on the pickle and kind of make the pickle look better.
You want to do a pouty face like I'm falling down
Yes,
from the sky?
yes.
Pouty face pickle.
Pouty face McVenom, yes.
McPickle. Pouty face McPickle.
McPickle.
Y'all always have to take things too far with pickling and everything.
Yeah.
A pickle with feet.
Well, we can't call it just pickle. We got to call it.
Yeah, pouty face McPickle.
McPickle. Pouty face McPickle. There you go. Thank you. That's a great idea, McVenom. You're full of good ideas. Oh, Maz Kanata just donated $21 to Super Chat.
Maz likes the
She
porgs.
says the cup is full. I like the porgs. Oh snap! Here comes
Oh god.
the
Are you gonna knock them
pickles.
all out?
No, it's too dense. Wow, it didn't. God dang! Look at that, Finn. That cup. Just a little bit of action came out. Man,
It knew Maz liked the porg, so it didn't want to throw them all out.
I mean,
it knew her intentions with the
wow. I'm usually the pickles come in there and everything that explodes all over the place, just all over your screen. It didn't happen this time. I'm in shock, Finn. Wow. It's a Twilight Zone day. The pickles are not working, and Grande's reading right. I don't know what the hell's going to happen next, right?
Like the Twilight Zone.
All right. Mist, have you seen this post? The GP divisions. Xylo, have you seen this post?
Mm-hmm.
Xylo's still there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Xylo, what did you think?
I mean, I feel like I'm sure everybody on the panel is feeling the same way too. Like we're just drowning in these forum posts right now, but it's all leaning towards the positive aspect of it. And again, they haven't really touched on the non-cheating aspect that they, they advertise so fast, right? But I'm excited, and I think it's going to be a huge positive impact, and I can't say anything bad about it.
No, I've really liked what I've seen from this, and I'm also still hesitant, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Right, I'm not fully in, but I like what I'm seeing. It's just like with Geonosis too, being like, okay, it could be different. I like that. So let's see what you got. Keep it coming. I'm liking this. Keep it feeding coming this way. What do you think, Miss Passier?
So I like the fact that they have clarified how divisions and leagues work in correlation with each other and how your roster lock works. So there's a lot of information in that post.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to tackle it all, but I like that they're trying to give players with higher GP better rewards,
right?
Based on their GP. So it doesn't incentivize fluffing your roster, because that still kind of puts you at a disadvantage in a GP to GP matchup. However, it does help provide players with a little bit more feeling of satisfaction in actually taking those characters that they wanted to gear up to higher gear levels without feeling like they're getting
punished, completely
boned by getting matched up with tougher opponents. I mean, obviously people want to be able to outmatch their opponents. They want to have the advantage anytime they can get it. But the fact that you're going to get better rewards from a higher division, which is based on your GP, is good. It helps, like they said, incentivize players and not make them feel like they are punished for, increasing their GP. But then they did clarify that your gear and character, your roster basically, will not be locked at the beginning of each Grand Arena Championship season, I guess you could call it. It will lock at the beginning of each round or each individual Grand Arena event, but during that 5-week period, whatever your GP is at the beginning of the season, I guess you could call it, is where your division will be determined, and then you cannot change divisions. So if you cross over that division marker, so say it's like 3.5 million GP to 4 million GP, you get locked in at 3,999,000 GP at the start of the Grand Arena division or championships, and you cross over that 4 million GP threshold. You're not going to change divisions in the middle of the Grand Arena Championship. However, that new GP going forward at the beginning of each Grand Arena week will be locked in differently. So your GP and your roster is not going to be locked at the beginning of that division. It's just your division is going to be locked, and then your actual roster. So you can continue to make improvements each week to your roster, and those improvements will carry over to each subsequent Grand Arena, which is pretty cool. It would have felt really, really crappy if they had locked your roster at the beginning of each Grand Arena Championship. I don't think I would have enjoyed that at all. I think it would have been pretty shitty. So I like that you can still continue to make improvements to your roster and potentially get yourself better positioned, because inevitably the theory is that you're going to be gaining points to increase your league, which is different from your division,
right?
So that you can move up into, hopefully with the goal of getting into the Kyber League, right?
Right.
So you're still going to be able to improve your roster throughout the Grand Arena Championship season in order to get to that higher league before the end of the championships. And so any little improvement that you make to your roster between each Grand Arena week is going to be carried over. So you're going to want to continue to work on your roster as usual, and you're not going to be very penalized for doing so, which is nice. And I do love the fact that they are providing all of this communication and all these updates on a regular basis.
Right.
It does give us a lot of stuff to read, but it's welcome communication.
Grande, what do you think, Mr. Big Deal?
It is a lot of communication.
We want that.
It is a lot to read. I'd rather have more communication than less communication. And sometimes that means that they're gonna quote unquote miscommunicate a little bit, and that's okay too. It happens. We can't hang on every word, so I'm okay.
All right, perfect. Anything you want to add, Finn or McVenom?
That covers it.
Okay.
There's some bigger stuff around Grand Arena anyway, so.
All right. So next one, Finn.
The Reddit post.
We didn't talk about the schedule. I guess that's.
Oh, I mean, we can. I mean, there's
Just real quick, just mention it.
Talks about the schedule, in terms of when they're planning on rolling things out. So the first exhibition one is being planned on the 20th of June. So next week, it's going to be a 1 week long Grand Arena embedded in a championship. So you'll have kind of an idea. It says players won't be able to reach the top league, which I would hope not, considering it's only 1 week, which would be kind of silly if you could reach Kyber in 1 week. That would kind of defeat the purpose of a championship. So, so it makes sense that they're doing it. Their TU rollout is expected on the 17th. So I'm sure next week we're going to have all kinds of discussions about hopefully that everything went smoothly and not the fact that there's a bunch of bugs and people weren't able to log in. So CG, please make sure that everyone's able to smoothly log in on the 17th.
But it's an exhibition, so we'll see how it goes. And then they said it's 26th. That's when Dark Side Territory battle happens. So we'll be waiting for that. And then full exhibition will start on the 2nd of July. So we got some good stuff there. All right. Last one. When are the Grand Arena replacement events coming? Finn, break it down for us, brother.
Okay. So this ends up falling in the category of communication faux pas.
Wording. You mean wording problems?
No, it is not a wording problem.
No.
It is actually a lack of wording problem. So there's also a post on Twitter from Carrie as well. So we all saw the post, and I think we covered it last week, about how Grand Arena was being canceled, and they were then going to provide us some events in order to compensate us for what was being lost with Grand Arena. And I think we were all kind of eagerly waiting for that, and then double drops happened, right? And so we got double drops, and it's like, yay, we're getting double drops. And then we had a series of lack of communication where it became just unfortunate, but yes, it unfortunately became to the point where nobody realized until Crumb posted on Reddit that the double drops was actually their replacement for Grand Arena rewards.
You mean the replacement events?
Right.
Those ended up being the replacement events to compensate us for the lack of Grand Arenas during this month. And I'll let Ranger, I'll let you take it. I'm not necessarily gonna rant, so I'll let you go first.
I mean, come on, give me a break on this. Seriously. I mean, there's some serious left hand not telling the right hand what the hell is going on here. I don't know who they're trying to kid here, but someone started messaging me about this. People started messaging me about this yesterday, and I had to look at it. Then Cubs put out a video. It's like, I call BS on this, and I agree with it. This is BS. All right, you specifically said we will compensate you guys in a way, and I wasn't looking for a one-to-one compensation. I don't.
Well, okay. So to clarify, they didn't say compensate. They said that they were looking to offset the rewards. That's what they said.
Right.
I just read, JB, you said double rewards doesn't compensate because 0 times 2 is still 0.
Yeah, so
I've heard that before.
Yeah, and
it's so right.
It's so right. So
it's funny because it's true.
I mean, so you've got to get it right one way or the other. If you're going to compensate us I don't even care for an apples to apples. You know, if you're taking something away, we keep saying this, and you're saying we're going to do something over here, maybe not as good, but you know what? For the long-term health of the game, we're Grand Arena Championship, and we were down with this. Like, yeah, do what you got to do. It's cool. We get some downtime. Hey, there'll be some events that we can get some of the stuff we weren't going to get, but not a big deal, right? That's not what happened here. That's what we were under the impression of, that this was what was going to happen. And I was also under the impression from the post they had put out that these double drops were to help us get ready for Grand Arena Championships and to work on our rosters for Genos' territory battle and stuff. And again, I was on CG's side like, damn right. That's what I'm talking about, CG. Great job. And then I saw this and like, you have put your head... I keep giving this analogy. All this stuff, like we've been talking tonight, really great stuff. So you lay out this beautiful scene at this dinner, wonderful food, the aroma smells wonderful, the wine, the presentation is fantastic. Then you bring the dog up to the table and then you take a giant dump on the table. Now the presentation is still pretty good, but it's hard to not notice the big pile of crap on the centerpiece of the table. It takes away from everything you just accomplished. So one, the communication
that's a really good analogy there.
So one,
really good.
Thank you, Miss McFinn. I got Miss McFinn's approval. My night is complete.
I usually am not with you on some of your analogies, but that one was actually spot
well,
on.
it's the next level thing. It's not my. I'm sorry. I'll try to not be retarded. First is poor communication, which is hard to understand and fathom because they've been doing such a good job of that. Like, how do you not communicate this clearly and concisely so we understand it? If they had said from the beginning that double drops were going to be the thing, then we get to the separate thing. Well, does double drops really... I mean, they don't have to give us anything. I mean, let's just be honest. CG doesn't have to give us a damn thing.
They don't have to give us crap.
Right. So they don't have to give us crap. And if that's the decision, I would have been like, okay, you know, and I still would have been fine with it. But then you can't say we're going to do this and then do something that's not that. And then on top of that, say that, well, double drops was a way, because double drops does not equal or even come close to equaling. And that's a separate issue because double drops is not even close to equaling what we were getting from Grand Arena Championships. You know, the gear crunch and everything we talked about it before is really, really bad. That is the biggest issue we face with players every single day we talk about this game, is the bottleneck that gear creates. We just got announced Gear 13. We just got announced a whole bunch of stuff. We got new gear pieces coming on marquee characters, for Christ's sakes. So every little bit we can, especially if you're free to play, you're trying to get every little bit of gear that you can get your grubby little paws on, because you're not, other than what you get from crystals and using it and saving it, if you're not getting top arena, you got to make decisions. Double drops ain't even close, because here's the thing, and Miss McVenom, you brought this up, and it's just really been pissing me off. The double drop rate sucks. And if you think I'm joking, go watch all the lunch streams and stuff I've been doing. I have been showing it live where it's like, okay, I got nothing. So if I get nothing and you're saying we're supposed to somewhat, you know, this is what we're doing, thanks for nothing. Why don't you just say we're not giving you anything? I prefer that than you'd give me double drops where there's RNG based off of it, and 0 times 2 equals 0. If you don't hit anything, which has happened multiple times, and it happened to Urs, I talked to Urs about it, it's been happening to everybody. It's awful. And if that's the route you're going to go, you've lost me completely, and I think you have your head up your ass. Miss, go ahead.
So, number one, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. And number two, all you have to do is just go and check my tweet that I made last night. So
what'd you say? I didn't see it.
So last night I shared my shock prod farming status that I started on the 5th of June. During double drops, I farmed, I hit the node 70 times on the first day of double drops, 70 times, and got 12 drops. That's 12 drops. So I actually got 24 pieces of salvage, but so as not to skew the drop rate, I marked it as, you know, what it would have been had it been single drops. The next day of double drops, I hit the nodes 56 times and got 12 drops. The last day of double drops, I hit the node 54 times and got 10 drops. Then the very first day of no double drops, so yesterday, I hit the node 34 times total and got 15 drops. So I was
That
averaging.
don't make no sense.
Yeah, I was averaging, I think, 15%. If I were to, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can pull. I'll pull up the spreadsheet and do the math real quick to figure out the.
Can I
actual
chime
drop.
in real quick?
Yes,
Sure,
go
ahead.
for it, brother.
The issue is you probably got millions of the other stuff on that double drop, right? Which
I don't give a fuck
we all
about
don't
the
care
other
about
shit,
the
though.
other stuff.
Sorry,
exactly.
pardon my French.
So
Pardon my French.
Yeah, no, I have to watch
But
it.
basically,
I'm sorry.
what they're
I'm
going to
sorry.
do to the community is they're going to say, "Yeah, you got all the other useful gear, right?"
It's not useful.
The problem is we want the one piece that they probably nerf the
everything on that
the
node
drop rate
sucks
on.
except for the shock prods. Like
Exactly.
they didn't even put it. They didn't even put it on a node that has like, I don't know, Carbantes, or here we go, Mark V stun guns, which I just did the math on. You know that SWGOH.gg has a handy little tool where it tells you how many pieces of gear you need. Yeah, I need 77 stun guns. That's just the 77 stun guns that I need for the current characters that I have. That's not counting any instances where I don't know, but I'm pretty much banking there. I think everywhere you need a stun gun, it's a full complete stun gun, not just 50 stun gun salvage. But I need 3,850 stun guns for my entire roster.
That's a lot of stun guns.
3,850. Yeah, and that 350 that is just Revan and Malik. The 350 for just Revan and Malik alone, the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the drop rate was pretty garbage during double drops. Now I have experienced kind of a complete 180 on the Cantina drops. I have actually gotten more shards than Sims on a couple of Sims for Ebon Hawk, so that's helped me out considerably. I've got Ebon Hawk at 17 of 100 shards, and I think before double drops it was at like 60 of 85. So I've gotten pretty good drop rate from Ebon Hawk shards, but that's not what I needed. I needed the damn shock prods because I need so many of those stupid things.
Well, I mean, for another instance, Aura today, I did 20 and 20 for the last 2 days. So 20 hits on the node in Cantina. I got 2 each day, so 4 total each day.
Jesus Christ!
How's your Droidica, man? I've been trying to do that one, and I get the same results as the shock rods, man.
First day, yeah. I refreshed it and did it twice. I got 0. Not 1 hit on that.
Can I chime in on this deal?
Yes, go ahead, Grindr.
I think we have to break it. We really have to break it down into 2 pieces,
right?
And potentially even into 3 pieces. The first part is, you know, the fact that they didn't have to say, they didn't have to say at all that they were going to give us anything, and that's okay. I would have been fine with nothing. Secondly, they could have, if they had wanted double drops to be the thing, they could have communicated it earlier or sooner. My guess is they had something else come up with a new client update. And so they weren't able to probably make or finish whatever it was they wanted, and so this is what we got. I personally, I'm the second highest hard node farmer in the game. I farm a ton of hard nodes, and I'm going to tell you, I always make out like a bandit on double drops, but the reason is because I spend a lot of crystals on double drops, and I mean a lot of crystals. You don't get to the second number of hard nodes, period, in the game unless you've spent a lot of crystals on hard nodes and you take full advantage of double drops. I gotta do a double drop on something where I get something I need real bad, and it's never gear, it's always shards. I'm always going for shards. And you have to min-max it, which means before you reset, you have to overbuy, so then you're ready for the next one. So we can talk, so I think that's separate. So I think the idea of problems with double drops is separate from what we got here as this is the cool thing we're getting. I'm never going to look, when someone gives me something I didn't have before, I'm never going to tell them, hey, that's crappy on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to stop.
Right.
I don't want them to stop giving us double drops, right?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, well, you see where this could be misconstrued as in, oh, wait, the player base does not like double drops. Let's not do that anymore.
That's
not the
playing semantics.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
because I was
I see
listening
that
to
too.
what you guys were saying, and that was exactly the argument that I was getting from you guys, which is that double drops sucks, and the rate when double drops happen is low. So if this is the way that the complaint's going to be, why would they continue to do double drops? If every time it's like,
my counter to that is, don't give us double drops under the guise of a replacement. Now, okay, so it wasn't a replacement. Okay, it was to offset, but the where I think the verbiage and they're trying to cover the tracks, saying, "Oh, well, that's what the message meant. That's what we meant." Well, then
why not say that?
Don't tell me this. Don't tell me looking to offset the rewards you normally receive when you don't get any of those. What are they? The Mark II, the gold pieces that you need to slice a mod to 6E. We're not getting any of those from double drops.
You can.
From where?
Farm the shards. Get it from the shard shop. It is consistently in the shard store for 160. You can get 2 pieces.
Okay, but if you're not getting any,
that's not offsetting.
That's not
not
offsetting.
the cheaper salvage.
Really?
I mean, like
You farm.
You're going.
You said you farm the shocker prods. How many shocker prods do you get from Grand Arena?
You don't get any.
You don't get
Exactly,
any.
right?
But I
So
didn't
you
get
spent
shit.
your
I got
energy.
more. I got more from the first day of farming.
That's fine. That's RNG.
That's RNG. That's a problem with RNG. That's
remember.
Okay, one person at a time. One person at a
Where
time.
am I gonna get 60 of those little salvage pieces to slice 3 mods to 6E?
See, that's
From
the
the
one thing.
Go ahead,
That's
Tyler.
the one thing that
I can.
I'm not saying that they're equivalent.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not saying they're equivalent, but I think what everyone is missing is that, first off, how many times have all of us said that Grand Arena has crappy rewards?
We've said it a
We've
bunch.
said that from the beginning. Grand
Those are
Arena
people
was
who are
never
too
about
stupid to
rewards.
realize that it's more than those 3 little things you see. Everybody who bitches about Grand Arena sees 3 things on their reward thing and goes, "I'm not getting any Zeta Math this week." And then it's like, dude, you're a fucking retard. You're gonna get Zeta Match. Shut your damn mouth. So, I mean, how many times have you
It's
seen
not
those?
just that. It also depends on where you finish in Grand Arena. There are people that are finishing in the bottom that broke out like a bandit because of double drops because they were getting nothing anyways from Grand Arena.
Get good,
Well,
kid.
see that's the one thing that I've been like worried about too. Is like I'm really missing those 60 mod salvage pieces. Like it became habit to get those naturally through Grand Arena, right? So I mean, like they could have did something. They could have did something similar to what they did when they introduced the second batch of bounty hunters, where they started giving bonus shards for bounty hunters. Why not just give bonus drops for the mod salvage? I mean, and we can live without the Zetas we weren't getting before Grand Arena. I mean,
here's a fantastic idea. They had the perfect opportunity to do a Django Fett style marquee event with Shock T and actually give us extra rewards on that marquee event.
Well, it's like, look at how many different variations of double drops they're giving us within this time frame, right? So
And
they could have changed it and dropped with mod salvage and bonus gear or whatever, the top tier gear that they were giving out in Grand Arena for rewards, right? They could have just give us bonus drops or double drops mixtured in between, like, you know, that way it kind of compensated, as opposed to, like you guys all said, it just feels like we're not getting anything equivalent to that, especially the Zetas. But the Zetas, like I said before, you can live without the Zeta income. I mean, it's 2 or 3 extra Zetas that you're missing out on, yeah, of course. But I mean, before that, it was a week and a half before you got a full Zeta mat anyway.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's just the 6
Zetas?
East. Yeah, of course I am. You know I am.
No,
But
no.
at the
How
end
are
of the
you
day,
missing those Zetas? How many Zetas would you have gotten from Grand Arenas in 1 month?
at least another full Zeta. At least another full Zeta for me.
Finn, I know you don't care about Grand Arena, but I kind of did, and I kind of like getting those types
I
of
go
rewards.
for first every time. I go for perfection. You guys know I try and go for points. And at the end of the day, yeah, I don't get first all the time, but I do miss those extra Zetas, of course. And at the end of the day, it's not like they're going to just throw us a free Zeta because they took Grand Arena away. And I again, they don't have to give us anything.
They don't have to do us. They don't have to give us anything.
This is a way to
But don't-
satisfy everybody. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But they also when they made that not the double drop post, but they made another post that they were going to be providing another means for us to prepare for Grand Arena. Am I mistaken?
No. And again, this is them not using their wording properly and not getting us in advance when the time came, right? So we're missing this by a couple weeks, and they're going, oh, well, we're sorry, but it's not equivalent. So you can't just say it's making up for it. And that's where the conflict resolves, right? Like, you have to find some way to meet these people that are so upset in the middle, in a sense, and in the player base, right?
You don't get Zetas from every Grand Arena. I'm still trying to understand.
Are you bored,
No,
Tits?
but you get Zetas and Omegas. That's why I said six.
Yeah,
You're
not
gonna get
everyone,
six.
but a majority of them.
Yeah, do you know how if you
majority go
get double
full
drops?
Zeta.
Hold on.
Even if you get one Zeta from your challenges every single day, and you get a double, that gets you 3 Zeta mats. That's first place in Grand Arena one time.
If you get it.
Yeah, they're still not dropping.
One.
They're still not dropping.
0 times 2 is still.
I get 1 or 2.
Zero.
You can say 0 times 2. There's
if
3
that.
different. There's 3 different challenges that get it to you.
I
One
know.
time you get a 2, you get now 2 extra. You need
All right,
1
now
more.
I'll rebuttal that. When was the last time you got 4 Zeta mats from a challenge?
Why do you need 4? You need 2 one time.
Because
if you
the
roll
drop
a
rate's
2,
4. The highest is 4, right?
then you double it and then you get 8. That's what double.
Yeah.
But I'm
you can
saying-
get double drops
That's
on-
only
I see what
that's
you're
only
saying.
4
I
extra
see what you're
Zeta
saying
mats.
too, brother. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You
But
can
again,
make up- I
the
think
biggest
people are
catchphrase of the
looking
last
at-
couple weeks is like 0 times nothing is 0. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the catchphrase
So,
going around
yeah.
the community right now.
Yeah,
There
because
are-
people
there
will
are-
complain if they want to.
So there
Yeah,
are 3
I agree,
shipability
and I
mat
see where you're
challenge
coming from,
days
Jason.
Look,
that we're gonna get double drops.
here's the final thought on this. Learn to talk right, CG, because this is causing mass confusion on what the hell you're trying to accomplish.
We're all about to rip each other apart here over wording.
That's the biggest part. If you mean to do one thing, all you had to do is just this simple, CG. I swear to Christ. All you had to do is say, we're not going to be doing shit for Grand Arena for the next 3 weeks. In compensation, we will be giving you double drops to help you get ready. Simple
Period.
statement, done. But they
I
didn't. And then
early as you possibly
and then
could.
what they're doing with all this
Jack,
spin
put a pin
and
in
all
it.
this other stuff is what pisses me off more. Own your shit. Take responsibility for you messing up. That's all we're asking.
Totally
I don't
agree.
If you don't want to give us anything, say we didn't want to give anything. I would have been like, fine. I was already fine with it already. I was telling people, relax, just farm your stuff, have a good time. If you don't want to get anything, because I'll give you a pass. But you made the promise, not me. I didn't say anything. I didn't demand anything. I didn't want anything. But then you go and you put your foot in your mouth and you say something over here. Then this comes out and then people are saying, well, where's the events? And then you say, oh, we meant this. Who does that? And that's where this is all coming from. Now, you can debate whether double drops are a compensation or not. I don't care. I mean, we can go round and round on this. It's a moot point, right? Some feel that it sucks. Some people think it's fine, right? It doesn't matter. They don't have to give us anything, but if you're going to say you're going to give somebody something, you keep your goddamn word and you do what you said you're going to do. Period. End of discussion. So CG, get your crap together. I get tired of sitting here all the time singing your praises, and then at the end of something, you drop the damn ball, and then I have to sit there and go, God damn it, CG. Every time. 5-6 posts we went through, I was happy as happy can be, and then I see this crap, I'm like, give me a break, man. I know we're human, we all make mistakes, but what you're doing here is spin, and I ain't going to let you get away with it. I'm not going to let you get away with it. It's BS. So own it. Just say, you know, we messed up. Or if they had said, like you said, Grande, we have this new stuff, we were going to give you events, and it didn't work out. Great! I would have accepted that. I would have been like, great! Awesome, I get it. I'm totally with you. Crap happens, but you didn't say that. You went this other route. Oh, crap, we messed up. And then instead of owning and taking responsibility, you spun. So this is on you, CG, and it blows my mind how you can be so great over here and still dropping the goddamn ball over here. So please fix your communication. It's been really good, but there have been moments where I just have to just like, what the hell are you doing? Seriously, stop it.
Yeah, they're too worried about tiptoeing. Just be upfront. That's it. I mean, be transparent. They've been great at it. It's just wording. They're so skeptical of wording now. It's just be upfront.
I don't even
right?
think this is wording, though. I think there's 2 bigger points that are being glossed over, and it's unfortunate. The first part is that I don't think there's any issue with the double drops. If you look at the averages, I think most of them are going to be relatively equivalent. But here's the problem.
I disagree, but
they're
that's the
trying
second
to
point.
do equivalency with RNG. So what's going to happen is that when you do it with RNG and you look at the numbers, the most vocal are going to be the people that aren't getting it. It's always the way it is, right? How many times do you see people complaining about something at a restaurant versus saying, oh, the chef was awesome and let's go talk to him? Like, that doesn't happen. You see more people complaining about the fact that there was something in their soup. It happens all the time. People are more vocal when there's something negative because they feel harmed. You can't do something as compensation or to offset that's RNG based, because then whenever somebody is not getting their equivalent, that's where you lose.
Right.
So doing anything
Yeah, I can see
RNG
that, yeah.
as a substitute is where you're losing, and everyone's going to be like, I did, and I don't mean to pick on you, Miss, but I don't know how many runs you did or how many other people have done it. But if you're only taking one person's sample over a longer period of time, and then you have one day, then it can obviously look skewed. I did a bunch of runs of that shocker prod before and after the rate, and my rate of drop rate was awful. It was like 15%. During my double drops, when I was farming the shocker prod and the battleship thing, it was just about 15% too, but I was getting double drops. I got twice as many. So my rate was consistent all the way through. Everyone's experience is going to be different. That's what RNG is. So you're going to have people that are getting screwed on the Zeta Challenger. They're going to get 0. I've gotten 0 multiple times and multiple consecutive times before. If that happens to you in double drops, well, you just got screwed during double drops. So it's awful. So doing anything with RNG in terms of compensation is awful because you can get completely screwed over. The other problem has to do with GOTB. And I think this is going to be something that they have to be careful about, which is there is no way you can create an equivalency in CG that matches what the players consider as equivalent. You are getting to the point where you are now about to tell players that they have to decide between Hoth TB and GOTB, and picking between whatever we get as guild event tokens and getting whatever we are expecting as Imperial Probe Droid and Rolo shards and whatever else other people need, and asking them to pick between that and whatever is in GOTB. You're not going to get the equivalency. You can, as much as you look at it, right, as much as you think that the price of GOTB is higher than whatever is in Hoth TB, it's not going to work out that way. The equivalency doesn't work that way. And so you have to be very careful about what you're about to do with the rewards in GOTB, because this is about to bite you in the butt.
Yeah, it's a balance act.
And one thing you think they could possibly like drop Rolo and IPD in the guild store for a higher income or a higher currency base, like they did with Malik in the Get store?
They can find ways in order for you to get those shards. I'm sure that they're going to have to do that, which is provide more ways for you to get those in there. But the problem is that still doesn't necessarily, we have to see, right? There's a lot of other things you can get. I mean, primarily it's guild event tokens. Will they give you the same amount of guild event tokens in the GOTB as you're getting in Hoth TB? Probably not, because you're getting the guild event tokens too, right? So you're not going to get that. And at what point is the equivalency?
The crossover. What Finity's talking about is the crossover. At what guild makeup / guild roster is it right to be a crossover?
And that's a great question, something that they really need to address, because a lot of people are nervous about that in the community. Like, what?
I just wish that they would give us some kind of a preview of what those reward tiers are going to look like.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you'll be able to see those reward tiers before you start the territory battle,
right?
Because you can see those.
Yeah, so guilds can make a choice, right?
Right. So you can make an educated decision. The difference is you're not going to have any damn clue how many stars you're going to get.
It's entirely possible you end up with a guild that's 190 mil, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, we can get 32 stars, maybe 30. Then they only get 28.
They get 7.
Yeah, that would be.
They get
190 mil. 190 mil GP guild better be getting more than 7 stars in a dark side GOTB.
I'm okay if they get
that.
7. It's
that
hard.
They're changing everything about it, the mechanics and the aspect of it.
There's a lot. There's so much we don't know yet, so it's hard for us.
A lot of unanswered questions.
But they've been and I give them credit. They're really doing a good job of communicating a lot of the things that I had questions about, like with the Grand Arena Championships, Geonosis TB. We still have some questions about it, but as more posts come out, we're getting more information, and I like that. And they need to keep doing that, but stay on target.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, it is very possible. There was a point where there were certain players that were actually getting better gear from doing T6 HSTR raids over their equivalent position in a tier 7. And I know this sounds weird, but there is actually a crossover point where certain players would actually get better rewards to do a T6. And so all I'm saying is that there is going to be that same crossover point. Now, whether it's high or low, I mean, I can just tell you, when they tell you the bar to press the enter button is 80 million, you can probably double the size of that before you even come close to hitting the crossover.
Yeah, especially the max. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking max. I'm just talking that 160 million guild should potentially say,
Right.
you know,
No. Yeah.
should potentially say, gosh, we might actually get better stuff if we do that. Yeah, we got a brand new member. That's FCME.
Hey.
FCME, welcome, brother. I know FCME super well. Personally.
Glad to have you aboard, man. Yeah, you asked about how you get your name up top. There's a Patreon link, and those are all our Patreon sponsors. So I just saw.
I'm gonna add actually our Twitch subscribers and the YouTube stuff next time.
Well,
I figured out how to get those lists.
Well, then I'm gonna be confused, Finn. Then I gotta figure out who's who.
It's gonna say it on there.
I think we should just roll it all in. I mean, everybody's.
But then I know, I know
they're supporting us someplace that's super awesome.
But yeah, so I didn't mean to necessarily transition away from Grand Arena, right? But
it's all kind of tied in together. There's a lot happening.
My point is they are trying to, and again, we don't know their intent, but it sounds like their intent was to give us something to offset Grand Arena rewards. But they're giving it to us in a different form, right? They're trying to, in a sense, try to pay us for the apple that we would have gotten with an orange. And we're trying to find that equivalency. And that equivalency might be there in cost. That equivalency might be there in the weight of the fruit. But how players see each of those is going to be different. The same thing that you're seeing now with Grand Arena and how everyone was kind of bickering amongst each other here just a little while ago with what was going on with double drops and whether or not they see it as equal or whether or not they don't, right?
It's totally fine. There's different points of view. No one's right or wrong. It's just how you perceive it. All right?
That's the perception you're going to have with TB and having people pick, right? And that's unfortunately an issue of their own making, which is why they're making players pick, right? Instead of just making... I have a whole different issue with what they thought was actually time consuming with the Hoth TB and why they went this route, but that's a whole different issue. But I don't think they're addressing the underlying problem of the time consumption in Hoth TB, and this is just going to compound the problem because now you're going to have to try and find that equivalency. It's not even over the crossover necessarily, it's the equivalency of why somebody do GOTB over Hoth TB, and you're seeing right now with Grand Arena, where if I was to look at it and look at the averages, I would actually think that the double drops is better than what we got in Grand Arena. But not everybody sees it that exact same way. Not everyone's luck is the same way with the challenges. Not everyone's luck is the same as with the hard nodes. None of that. And all of that is going to basically...
have you not watched any lunch streams in the last 3 months, Finn? Did my depression that is set in trying to get mods
and depressed and ranting? That's normal.
No, I mean this is bad, man. I've had one mod hit. Just talk about drop rates.
Mods is a whole separate thing.
I know, but I'm just giving you an example of just the drop rates.
No. Mod drop rates are all.
Finn
that's
sucks.
a whole.
I hate Finn. Finn's a troll. Make Finn go to hell. But but just the drop rates.
They're making their own problem.
How long have How long have I been farming B1 in Joytica? And just the other day, I got into 5 stars. It's just like so. And I know experiences is your reality. What you
experience is different. I mean, I'm finished with Droideka. Right? I mean,
but you spent $40,000 in the game, so that's not fair, Grande.
But not in the same time frame, right?
Yeah, but you get all your crystals going to it. Stop it, Grande! You have all the characters. I hate you.
I'm just saying.
You probably hit Droideka 3 times a day?
I think I did. I think I did hit Droideka.
Yeah, see, a little bit different. And so for someone that's got to do work on some other stuff, But again, experience is your reality. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different viewpoint on it. We're just giving you the different viewpoints so that you can kind of get the sense. The biggest thing here is just CG, get it together, man. You can't be doing all this great stuff and then just dropping a dump in front of us and going, oh, don't mind that. We meant for the dump to appear there. That's what we intended all along. Really?
Again, right? They just. I mean, they're doing a CYA, and you got a lot of smart people that can see right through it.
Yeah,
and to me, that's really the.
Forget that crap. What I got is Tails with a fork in his mouth. That's what I'm seeing right now on the screen. What the hell is going on over there, Tails? Why do you have a fork in your mouth? You look disturbed. Is he even listening? He's just listening. Does he even know he's on camera right now?
He probably doesn't.
Not,
Oh
not for
my gosh,
another.
don't
Not
put
for
anybody
another.
on camera without them knowing. That's
I
so-
didn't. He
It's on his camera.
Yeah, we didn't do
Turned on
anything.
his
picking his
camera.
nose
Turn
or
his
something.
camera
Not,
on.
not
No,
for another
we didn't
20,
do
30
it.
Seconds. Is he gonna know? Oh, this is
Tills is great. Dum 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 dum.
Oh,
Eating the
Tills.
chocolate cake. Dum 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 dum. Look at him. He looks so calm and relaxed. I could just watch. He's just chilling. Look at that, man. He's loving life, man.
It's Zen.
Look at that
Teal.
Zen Teals, man. That's fantastic.
Is that a robot arm there on the right?
I don't know, what is that?
I think it's a light.
Is that a
No,
light?
that's the thing to hold his phone. To when he plays like Magic and stuff, he can target.
Oh, look at that thing. Wow.
Yeah, it's a camera arm. All right.
I want one. Jesus Christ, this thing's amazing. Oh my God. We're all looking like real close. Like, what is that? Wait. Oh, he disappeared. Damn it, I was getting all excited. I really wanted to learn.
chilling.
Man, chill like a villain. My boy Teals, man. You can check Teals out every Sunday on our D&D stream. And when he comes on and hangs out with us once in a while. He knows his stuff, man.
All right.
So, all right, we beat this to death. I don't want to talk about it
We
anymore.
did. We totally beat it to death. Can we move on, please?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think McVenom was bored like an hour
She's
ago.
always bored, man. I swear she's been doing more
That's
bored.
not-
She wasn't bored. She was keeping herself entertained.
Yeah.
No, I had some things to say, but you guys just kind of like
Say it.
go.
Well,
like,
say it,
mouth
tits.
vomit. No, now the moment has passed. And I'm not
Oh,
pissed.
God.
Like, why would I jump in and like? I don't have the fire.
You just say,
He's got butt hurt.
say, Ranger, I have something to say. And I guarantee you the whole,
He did a
all of
couple
us.
times. He did a couple of times.
I did a couple times. Yeah.
And I. You can't
I was
win.
trying to say something, and you were just talking.
It's all right.
At least,
It's all right.
at least he didn't give you his English accent.
Well,
A German.
oh God, oh jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Off this crap. Let's go on to some other stuff. All right, what's next? And we covered all the news. That's all the news and stuff. Lively debate as always here in RSG. You may not agree with us, but goddamn, we keep it entertaining. I'll tell you that much. So, what do we got next, Dr. Finn?
We are ready to jump into our Twitter responses.
Ooh, so this is fun. So this is now they're not. Well, let's see. You know, we usually let Tits and our guests kind of listen to the responses and pick the ones they like the most. So
I think, we know McVenom suggested something. So I think, Ranger, this is your question. So I
I
think
didn't read anything, but yeah, I'm fine with somebody else.
let me get something to write with because this is important. This is important stuff. So let me.
it's on Twitter.
Finn, you have your way of doing crap. I have mine.
Let me get a pen and a pencil.
So Finn, tell me when you were first diagnosed with being stupid.
That was probably at the age of 1.5.
1.5, okay.
Where we had a fireplace when we were in Pittsburgh.
And did you get put into
my
the
parents
fireplace?
had one of those like cages and like one of those in front of the fireplace.
They put
and
you in
they
the
removed
cage.
it for the first day. And the first thing I did was run over there, trip, and hit my nose right on the little bricks in the front, and I broke my nose.
And ever since then, this is
Yeah.
It made you feel a certain way.
Jesus.
Okay. Now can we get to the real?
I wish that wasn't true, but it is. It was. First thing I did was run over there. I was like, ooh, new area, thump. It was-
Are we on to
We're on Twitter. So,
Okay.
all right, Dr. Finn, give
So
it.
who's judging? Is Miss judging?
Well, no, Finn said I should just listen to it because you responded too, didn't you? Tits?
Miss can too. Miss
Yeah,
can
you
help.
guys can respond, but I'm going to be writing these down as like actual things that we can do for lore videos. So, all right, read the.
Oh, we're not judging by like the best ones or the
It
funny.
could be if there's any funny
You are,
ones.
but yeah,
Can I
but
vote for my own?
Ranger's actually using.
No. Yes.
Fair enough.
All right. So
Yes.
the first one.
Yes. No.
Okay. So the
Yes.
question again for everyone is: Ranger started the new Star Wars lore series on the RSG YouTube channel. What character would you like to see Ranger make a lore video on next? So, the first response is the great and powerful yogurt.
That's not actually in the Star Wars universe. So.
Actually, that's really funny though. 'cause
It is. It
You
is.
wrote, actually, seriously though, Asajj Ventress.
You could follow that up with Lone Star.
Yes.
Nobody gives me the raspberry.
Your sword is as big as mine.
Let's see how well you handle it.
I am surrounded by assholes.
I can see that he's an asshole. No, his name's Asshole. Major Asshole.
Okay. Next.
He's gone plaid.
What have I done?
I watched that movie twice when I
My
was 9.
brains are going into my feet.
In the theater, I watched that.
My favorite line in that whole thing is so non-PC. It's like, funny, she doesn't look Druish.
Oh, we just got Matthew M. Thomas pledged $25 via Patreon. Thank you, whoever you are.
thank
Matthew
you,
M.
man.
Thomas, thank you for coming to Patreon sponsors, $25. That means next week you'll be...
I know who that is.
Is that FCME?
Not being
Let's not reveal names.
Not being informed to the highest degree of accuracy, I hesitate to articulate for fear that I
For
may.
Christ's sakes. Okay, I got a Saj Ventures.
Oh, man.
All right.
So, it is him. He just said that's him.
Okay, so you confirmed it.
Thank you, everybody, for letting me know via private message that my video was on. And
Well, we were so transfixed by you with the fork. You looked so comfy, dude.
He was zen,
we were like, look at Teals, man, pimping like a pimp, man. Look at him all.
I was letting my computer load up, still listening on my phone, transitioning, getting.
Sweetie, it could have been a lot worse. Trust me.
I know it could have.
All right. Next response is Bob Ross.
In our world.
In our world, there's a happy little Death Star.
Maybe over here it's.
Let's put a little tree. You know, I like to get crazy.
And maybe in the all around that tree's on fire because the planet's blowing up.
And here's Jack. And wouldn't you know, he's just staying on target.
All right.
You get that Death Star check. I got faith in you.
All right, Finn, what's the next one?
The next one is Darth Bane.
Darth Bane.
Mm-hmm. That was mine.
Just go ahead and reveal it. Yeah, no anonymous here.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Anonymity.
That was
No
what
favoritism. No favoritism.
The next one
that
is
trilogy got me into the whole Star Wars lore and legend. That's what got me reading.
All right, do you want me to do Darth Bane or Darth Zorana?
But Bane, because Bane came first, then Xana.
All right, I'm just making sure.
That could have
been your girl. I mean, yeah, okay. All right, so Darth Bane. What's next?
all right. Next one is Mara Jade.
Okay.
A Legends character.
That's but I mean it
Who
definitely
will never
one
be
that has,
canonized, unfortunately.
but it
Not
has
yet.
to make the list.
Yeah.
And the next one is Rex. I love
Ooh, I
Rex
would
would be
go
good.
for Rex.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
The next one is the Eternal Twins.
Nope.
They are Star Wars Ranger.
I don't care if they're the greatest Star Wars character ever. Thane can kiss my ass.
That actually was
Just
not
write a
Thane,
big
but-
The fact that you want it so much is going to be the last damn lore. I'll do one, but it'll be the last lore video I ever
Shadow
do.
Val said a great one. The father, son, and the daughter. That was a very interesting.
Oh,
That would be cool. Yeah.
The Mortis episodes were very awesome.
There's more.
there's
there's a much
so-
more. The Celestials. Yeah, there's
so
way more.
huge. There's so much to that. There's a mother in there too that I didn't even know about.
Yeah,
There's layers,
Abeloth.
lots of
Abeloth, and
layers.
she becomes one of the most dangerous creatures in the
Anyway,
universe.
it's just so deep that one is.
All right, Celestials. Okay.
All right. Then the next one is Midriff Padme.
No,
I mean, why
I mean,
not?
is there a lot of lore to that, really, though?
not midriff Padme, but I'll do one on Padme.
Okay.
Next one, we have another one for Mara Jade / Mara Jade Skywalker. Then we have another one, Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine.
Then the next one, have you heard the tragedy of the chicken in the jacket?
That's not even Star Wars, so that's a big fatty no.
I was there for that. That was too much.
Guys, there's a chicken in this parking lot. I'm gonna go catch that chicken.
Let me grab my jacket. I was like, oh
Let
my
me
god, Grande.
Let me grab and then I took pictures of it while I was trying to smack the chicken.
Worst lunch stream ever.
Yeah, he was sending us like screenshots.
I know. I was like doing the
news.
newscast, like we go to our man Grande Bachon, who's out there on the scene. Grande, what can you tell us? There's a chicken.
It was epic, dude.
Then we have Porgs.
No.
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 No, not happening.
Man, I don't. Man, I'm not all about them porgs.
No.
I'm all about them, but I know they don't really have much lore. There's no lore.
There's
behind
really
the
no lore or
porgs.
anything. Yeah,
They
sorry.
were an accident on an island.
They were in a movie.
They were literally
That's
an
it.
accident on an island.
Yeah.
They were literally because the CG the editors were just lazy. They didn't want to edit out all the birds that were
The
already.
puffins. Yep, there were puffins
Or-
all over the island.
Ranger,
like,
you
what
could
can
go
we
into
do
the
similar
lore
to
of
Ewoks?
the movie day, the Porg movie day, where we spent
Oh God.
45 minutes inserting Porg into movie titles.
Why would you mention that? Because you know it's going to start up again in
Yeah,
chat.
we gotta just
Okay, now chat's going to get bombarded with Porg.
All right.
Let's
Moving
get through
on.
these quickly. We have
Finn, you
30
gotta
seconds
make
to
a
get through these.
commercial.
Moving
So
on.
30
Up
seconds.
next
We
for
have
Porg.
contingent 33. I'm just going to give the names now because we're running through these. If you do Legends, the Jedi Academy trilogy would be awesome. So many characters like Exar Kun and Kip Duran.
I do Kip, but I could do XR. They're separate.
The next one, Deadpool Kyle. I would like a lore video on Moist Passier. But seriously, Django Fett. Then next one from Bimasu, 2 words, Max Rebo.
No.
Oh, I like Max Rebo. Can't touch this says Ewoks.
That'd be Finn.
Ugh.
Revenator says the Eternal Twins again.
No.
Revenator also says Salacious B. Crumb. And Danilo Papaya says Jabba.
Jabba would be a good one.
Jabba
No-
would be interesting.
No,
You
no,
know what
Darth,
would be interesting
no
would be
Darth
Watto.
Malgus.
No Darth Malgus on this list.
Watto?
Man.
No
He's the
Watto.
guy in the that does the pod racing. What's his name? Watto.
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 No,
I think
the
he would be fun.
So I got Django.
Watto wasn't the pod racer.
What were the last couple?
A little more real.
Yeah, I bet he's got a pretty interesting backstory.
It
But
won't be
Watto
that
wasn't
much.
the pod
Yeah.
racer. Watto
No.
was
He
the guy
was
that
the-
Are you
owned.
talking about Sebulba?
I
Yeah,
know.
Sebulba.
I meant
Sebulba.
with the
Man, there
Sebulba.
are so many great characters we can.
The asshole in
Right, Ranger,
the
any of them
province
that
who was
you
trying to sabotage everybody?
I'll say
No,
Grim,
that's not him. That's not him. I'm talking about
Sebulba
Watto.
Sebulba was the one who was like walked on his hands and was always.
All
trying
right,
to-
I need to narrow this down. I'm going to do all these.
You're right.
Yeah, really quick, I'll give credit to all the other ones. Grim said
Yeah.
Asajj, Ouchie said Bob Ross, McVenom said Darth Bane, Fatalities and Nev said Mara Jade, Daniel McCracken said Rex, Eternal Twins was Can't Touch This, Midnight May was Darth Scion, Palpatine was N.R. Wilson, and the tragedy of the chicken and the jacket was Roast Taco.
That's
Okay.
right. And Elliot says we should do a lore video on Scrooge McDougal.
Val
You
Bacon.
do that without
Val
Val Bacon.
Bacon and Val Bacon, brother.
Narrated by Val Bacon.
Yes.
And Ted Danson.
Oh my God.
So did you totally skip Hellenix's on purpose?
Which one did he put?
So Hellenix
RJ.
has a big picture that we can't put up.
Yeah.
Well, then just say what it is.
What is it?
Okay. It's Darth middle finger to y'all. Hold on, let me.
No.
Yeah,
No.
finger to y'all.
Come on,
Of
Hellenix.
course.
It's a middle finger to CG.
It's a middle finger replacing the head of Vader.
Mm.
So you guys can picture it.
I can.
Oh my god. That's
The trash.
Head onto our
compactor.
Twitter, you can see it.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm going to leave
He's
it.
getting really creative with those.
I already know the next one that I'm doing. Out of the ones there, I'm going to go to each one of you on the RSG panel. We have a ton listed here. Tell me the one that you would like me to do. Finn, and be serious. If you say Ewoks, not Ewoks. I'll kill you.
Which one do I seriously want to see of all of these?
Yes, of all the ones that we were listed.
Mm,
Man, Shadowvel keeps coming up with great ones in chat. Daggum.
I can't do them all that fast. Sorry, guys.
I
That's
know.
taking me
I
long.
would say Rex because the clones are relevant right now.
Okay, so Rex.
No, freaking
Dang you.
Martin Scheffler said another one. Sheffer said another one. Mace Windu. Golly, these are wedge. Dang, there's tons of stuff, man.
The Bendu would be awesome too.
Yeah, the Bendu would be really awesome.
This is why we have Twitter, and you're supposed to put your responses there.
Yeah.
Ugnut and Eth Koth. I mean,
Appropriate
actually,
channels,
the Ugnuts and Eth Koth, they actually have like a whole thing behind
I'm not doing those for a long.
Darth Bane.
Eth Koth is relevant.
Eth Koth
He
could
is.
be relevant.
He was, but I'm not doing him for a long time. All right.
I mean,
I already know your
do
answer.
any of those
Tits.
answers have obelisks on their bodies? That's
Darth-
the one you should pick.
Darth Bane for tits. I already know the answer to that. What about you, Miss?
So I think I'm gonna have to go with tits on this one.
You want Darth Bane? Okay.
I say Darth Bane. I got a thing for Sith Lords though.
Okay. Grande.
I'm gonna go Mara Jade. I really am.
I know I don't fault you for that.
Okay.
You don't fault me for that one.
No, her story is actually really cool.
Yeah, it's a really epic story.
Freaking Sith Inquisitors. Dang, we're getting some good ones in chat.
I know. And then Xylo, what do you want to see, bud? You've actually watched the videos. I appreciate that. So, and I know
I've watched them too.
I know. I was getting ready to say that. You didn't let me finish.
Really good too, though.
Well, since everybody kind of gave all the best ones, I'll tier them. I'd go Rex, Mara Jade, Bane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Teal still in here?
He may have taken. Oh, sweet.
I'm here.
What do you think, Tills?
Oh, the hand of the Emperor herself.
Mara Jade's got 2. Okay. Darth Bane's got 2. Rex has got 1. And then
Rex has 2. Xylo said this is first.
Rex. Okay.
Is Rex's story even over?
Yeah.
Yet? Or could they actually add more?
They could add more. I may wait on Rex.
We still have season 7 of the Clone Wars to give us a lot more information, and that's the only reason I say hold on to Rex, because season 7 of the Clone Wars could bring a lot more information with what we think. A lot of people speculate that season 7 of the Clone Wars is going to bring us the Mandalorian Wars, which is a big piece of Ahsoka and Rex's history.
Yeah.
There was a lot that happened to Rex and Ahsoka during the Mandalorian Wars that was alluded to. Yeah, Darth Maul. It was all alluded to in the beginning of Ahsoka, the book Ahsoka. And there was a lot of information there, but then obviously Dave Filoni hinted, I don't know if he really said, but he hinted at the fact that Rex was one of the rebel troopers on Endor as well.
No, he was. He made that canon.
Okay, so he did canonize.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's
Yeah.
pretty. So I mean, there's so we still have that little piece of history.
All right,
there.
so I'll wait on Rex, Maul, and Ahsoka because their stories aren't done yet. Anakin and Kenobi are part of that as well. So
super great stuff.
Okay, so good stuff. I got some stuff here. Cool. All right, so I've got my list. I will work on these. Woo-wee. I got my work cut out for me.
Which one are you doing first?
I'm not telling you. You'll have to wait and see. I already got one that I'm doing that's going to come out Friday. Then I'll make it a surprise after that who I do next. So
That expression on McVenum's face.
I know.
What one?
Just every time, it's like the same expression. Why can't you just give me the straight answer? You always got to be mansplaining things. So that's all I see every time on your face.
Always playing games. Oh boy.
If I tell you now, it would ruin the surprise, McVenom.
All right. Let's start running through these questions. All right.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. God in heaven.
All right. First question.
Let's give a lot of these to Miss Pastier because he's our special guest in Xylo who's hanging out with us tonight. So let's
your special guest.
All right. Well, the first question is from me. So it's from Thane for our Sheet Leader Affinity. Can you make $100 tier for patron and call it the Grande Patron tier? we are going to increase that, so just be on the lookout for it. You're just waiting. We'll add some more tiers.
Oh
so
my
thank you
God.
guys for all of you guys that support us.
Yes.
SWU Efrel Stern question: who has the best video guide to Darth Revan event?
We're putting it out.
That's to the Malik.
I did Darth Revan too.
Darth Revan on there too? Okay.
Yeah, remember we did all that?
I did, but I only have the tag, I think, for the Malik event.
We have, but we did the Darth Revan event. It's on the YouTube
that might
page.
be something I make.
Yeah.
There you go. Mist will have the best one. All right.
Okay, Mist will have the best one. There.
Maybe. I mean, I could, I suppose.
Oh, God.
Utah question: I can't catch all your streams, but in D, has anyone done Magic Missile into the Darkness, and are there girls there?
Well, only if you put on your wizard hat and robe.
Are there girls there? Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
I have to send you that link. I have to send you that link about Dungeons and Dragons.
I am Galstaff, Thorther of Light. Then how come you had to?
want to do them.
That's the best thing ever. Oh my God! Silence laugh sounds like him.
Oh God!
I'm crying over here.
It sounds just like him.
I totally did. You asked me at the beginning of the mission.
You
if
gotta
I
do the-
wanted to
you gotta
cast
do the
Morton
list.
Kai's Magic Watchdog.
And I said yes.
I did. I said yes.
Contingent, thank you, buddy.
Oh my God! Contingent just donated another 25. Says thank you for the stream again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Contingent.
Thank you. That means we're gonna get another pickle explosion here any moment. So.
Oh, the pickles. Here
And
they come.
there's a lot of fluffy fluff in there that Grande just put in there with some of his Twitch crap. So this could get interesting. There it is. There's the pickle explosion. All right, we've got some pickles. They're heavy. They're hot. And they're coming in fully loaded. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that there's not as many.
Ooh, we do have some liftoff. Ooh, clearing some of that fluffy fluff. What's that? What's
We don't
it?
get to see it right away. We have to wait for the replay.
I know, but
He just exploded everything out of
there.
there.
There's a lot of good explosion action going on there.
And I'm filling her back up with the fluffy fluff. There you go.
So-
none of them made it.
Yeah, like only 2.
So we had a serious question that I just saw pop up in the chat. Then we'll get back to the question. So SW's lore nerd.
Yeah,
55.
I got it, Finn. How would you guys feel? How would you guys feel like if someone ever told you they were going to commit suicide? Well, this is something. Hold on.
It's a very serious.
Hold on. We've raised money for suicide prevention.
Yes.
Suicide for me is a big deal. I'm a vet. Highest suicide rate in this country are vets. So if you know somebody like that, that's something we don't mess around with here. If someone told me that, then you reach out to me immediately. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million times more. If you feel that way, reach out to me in Discord. There's no reason on this world.
That goes doubly for any of us.
It's a final solution to temporary problems. I guarantee you, there's a lot, and we will get you the help. Go ahead, Tits.
No, I was just going to say there's a couple professionals that actually can lead you to an area that will get you help, all anonymously. You can talk to any of us here, Finn, Grande, myself, Ranger, Mist, any of us here. Just reach out and DM. Just say, this is what I'm feeling. We can talk to you, or we can get you the numbers and names of somebody else that you could talk to anonymously. That way you don't feel like you're giving away anything to your community. Just trust that we will keep it all confident. You don't have to worry about anything getting out to the community at all. Just make sure that you reach out to us.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah,
seriously, reach out to any of us. I've been through training classes on how to handle a suicidal friend or family member. I am more than willing to handle any conversation with anyone who's feeling that way.
I would also. There's a 1-800. There's a 1-800 number I just posted in chat.
Yep, both you and I shared the suicide hotline. Please,
it's a huge resource. We got another. Teal's just donated
going crazy.
He just donated 1,000 bits.
It's $10 on Twitch.
That thing literally sunk all the way to the bottom.
I know, but it didn't get the action that I was hoping for. The little.
I mean, it just sunk all the way to the bottom.
It's a dense cup tonight, man. People are trying, but it's just not launching like it normally does. Because trust me, we've had some explosions
I
one.
would also say head on to the RSG Discord.
Yes.
Socializing and talking with people, even not about that, but just having conversations and having fun is a good thing. And our Discord is just a great group of people. So
we're all high brain damage. It's great. Come join us. It's wonderful.
Ooh, reaction to the Fallen Order video. That's a great one. We had EA Play this week. Did any of you guys get to see the video?
I did, but I don't want to say too much because I think some people haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it. We don't want to talk.
Are we not spoiling the video?
No, not yet.
You see a lot in there about the character gameplay. I know, and I was like this for a while, where I like to be surprised by the gameplay in some of the games.
I will be playing that game and streaming it.
I'm telling you, that game right now looks super cool.
I've seen it, but I'm saying I used to be like that, where I didn't want to know anything about it before. So
I hope they have some kind of group.
It was cool.
Thank you, Daniel McCracken.
I liked it a lot. Yes. Oh, Daniel McCracken donated $2.01. He said, "Yep." Class act RSG, thank you. And what do we get for it? We get porgs.
All right, we want to go back to other
Oh,
questions.
don't worry. We will always.
No.
It has
It's a
nothing to
big-
do with being negative, SW lore.
no.
It's all about making sure that we're all having a good time, and we want everyone to be happy.
We want
All
everybody
right.
to have a good time. Everybody
So,
involved.
Next question is the exact opposite. Thane, question for RSG leader Affinity. When is my ban on coming on RSG streams going to be lifted? It's been a few years now. Talk to Hideous.
No.
Wasn't that on the
hold
lunch stream today, too?
Yeah, I said only Finn can do that because I don't. Thane, you got to talk to Finn. You got to have a private message with Finn.
We'll work something out. We'll work something out.
You gotta
do the whole Supreme Leader thing in there.
Yeah.
Jeff Nicholson question. I'm looking at buying an Apple Watch. Does anyone know if you can accept bonus energy from the watch interface or anything Galaxy
I
of
have no
Hero?
idea, but that would be super cool.
That
if
would be
you
cool.
could've-
I have no
don't have
idea.
one.
I don't have an Apple Watch.
Yeah, no clue. No.
If someone in the chat knows, please help out Jeff Nicholson.
We're all donating cheer on Twitch.
Yeah.
Mine's not even sticking anymore. It's
No,
just
it's
like,
too full. The cup is full, man. So it's. Oof.
I just don't know if it's that like in depth for the game.
This is
Like,
just
I mean, like it's
spoiling
for like
I know,
basic
he's just
things. Like my
spoiling
family has
everything.
some. I mean, like, it's just I don't think it does, to be honest.
Yeah, here we are saying we're not going to spoil anything, and there's Miss just going in and typing everything in
He's
chat.
just
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Lord
he's a
Nerd.
naughty boy.
he's such a bad boy.
Good luck on your math exam. I just.
And then he's like, I
Yeah,
didn't do
buddy,
nothing.
study hard. It'll be great.
Yeah, so Lord Nerd says I have to go do a math exam. Trust me, I just got done with school. Have fun. I don't miss those days, man. I just got my BS done and woo. So,
Okay, questions.
Nathaniel Morgan, question for the esteemed
Revenator.
guest Mist. How's your Sith fighter? Will you triple refresh the node during double
Oh no, he is on fire today, man.
I love,
And go.
I love you too. I love you
Oh, my
too.
God.
There you go. That's all you're getting. And our Wilson question, best.
Oh, more porks coming in.
Get energy with my
Oh, we had a big explosion from the porgs. So we got some lift off there. Nice.
All right. Next one is from, and our Wilson question, best Palpatine and Trooper team.
Troopers, there's a couple ways you can go with this, and you guys know from it's fast Stark. You want them 250 or above speed, but it's General Veer Stark, range trooper, short trooper, and snow trooper. I like to keep Thrawn with Death Trooper and Magma, and then you can probably use him on your Palpatine team. Palpatine, I can generally go with Palpatine, Vader. I can throw Thrawn, Magma, and Death Trooper in a team, or I can go straight Empire with Palpatine, Vader, Royal Guard, Grand Moff Tarkin, and TIE Fighter pilot. Oh my God! Slash Monroe just did $22. Said Yoda lay he who. Here comes the pickles.
Thank you, Slash.
But he wrote it Yoda Leahy.
Leia.
Leia.
Yoda
Yoda
Leahy.
Yoda Leahy.
That's hilarious.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic. Thank you guys for that. Oh my God. And Sir Lucky says my camera broke. Well, you're a pimp, man. Just call one of your.
He's so full of it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to show off
All
his
right.
sexiness.
Chicken. I'm not going to read that one because McBennan will kill me.
Read it. I want to see you die.
No. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, let's see Finn die.
We're
Chicken question: when will there be a lore video on the moist feet in Galaxy?
Get him, Tits.
Oh my goodness.
Get it. Kill him,
Go.
Tits.
Use
I
your
was
aggressive
not gonna read it
feeling,
for
tits.
reference. For reference, I was not.
Do what must be done. Kill Finn.
Can you just silently curate the question?
Sure. The response.
Hold
the
on.
response is going to be y'all are pushing your luck in chat right
Y'all
now.
gonna die. Y'all gonna die.
See you later. Bye.
We just got another $25 donation from Teals. It says, "Bringing the
brother.
mother
He's gonna
Sith
kill
and
us all the
ruckus."
next time we're all together.
Oh my God!
We're all
So we
together.
got another pickle explosion about to happen. I'm just waiting for it. When's it coming? Yeah, there it is. There's the pickle doing the dance.
JLY9.
Here come the pickles. Here they come. Oh Lord!
If I'm not mistaken, Tits is still owed a F-bomb from like 2 weeks ago.
She can
so
use the one. Oh my
when you're
God!
ready, when
Wow!
you're ready, and go.
That one launched. Holy crap! I'm still waiting for it to come down.
There we go.
There it is. Jesus, that poor got launched into the stratosphere. Oh my God! So did the
Finally
salt.
emptied out the cup a bit. There we go.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Next. Wow, that was messed up. All right. Y9 question: when will RSG give the people what they really want? An Ewok lore video from Finn.
I already told Finn that he has to do the Ewok lore video.
He does.
I will work on it.
In the same style that I do it in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
L. Kelly, question: Zeta
L.
order
Kelly.
for Darth Revan, or is it all three at once, or wait?
No, it's
three at
all
once.
three at once. You have to have all
If you
three
can.
on Darth Revan. Yeah.
I mean,
you
we can. If you have 3 Zetas and you're getting Darth Revan, all 3 are going on him.
Yeah.
Durgan,
Go big or go
question-
home. Yeah.
Durgan question: what kind of techno will Wat Tambor play in order to boost allies?
The Union kind. See what I did there? I tied that in. You thought you were gonna get me there. Don't try to mess with the Lore Master, man.
Well, he's gonna have tech upgrades according to the according to the techno.
Can I do the next
Well,
part?
Yes.
I'm really curious too. Oh God, Finn.
The system is down. The system is down.
I'm really curious to see how this Union techno buff or whatever is going to work on Wat Tambor, right? Because is it either going to be like he gives them an extra layer or unique ability, or is it going to be like Thrawn's lead where it gives them an extra like special ability to use, right? And I'm curious about that for sure.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but we'll find out.
All right. Next question is from the Dagger. Question: do you think the cryotex will be available in one or both of the new stores? I'm gonna say none.
None. They ain't gonna make that.
Not initially. I think they might add it in later, but I don't think it's gonna be
agree.
at the beginning.
Yeah, if anything, I think what they would do is add smaller portions of like Gear 12 Plus, but at most that would be the only thing because it's already been in game for
Ooh,
a
we're
year,
getting
over a year
explosions.
now. So, I mean, like, if you remember when the Sith Raid first launched, how good the rewards were at first, the first few months until they transitioned into a lower dispense of that gear. They just need to make it more accessible to round up to Gear 13. So
I'm glad some of the people in the chat are getting the reference. Walter Arnold, thank you for the Homestar Runner reference. I am glad you guys. God, that used to be my favorite.
All right, next question for Mist.
Let's see. What is the next question? Okay. Kane77 question: how many Carbantes does Sunfac need, and how do I mod Geospy?
Over 9,000.
Interesting that I actually answered the number of Carbantes he needed in chat.
Oh, well, okay.
That's a whopping 550 there, Bob.
That's all? Okay.
I'm gonna bid 550.
I bid $1.
Yeah. No, it was it's 550 Carbantes, and Spy is an interesting decision there because his kit is, I would say, crit damage and crit chance. That's my first inclination there. Let me go ahead and pull
with
up.
lots of offense.
Yeah, because he
Offense
doesn't do like
secondary.
special damage. So I mean, crit
you're-
damage, crit chance. Yeah.
You're basically wanting him to hit real hard when there's a bunch of buffs on somebody else. I mean, that's effectively what it is. And I used Geospy to get a 7-star Padme, and my Geospy would one-shot Padme.
Yeah, he was a beast in that event. Yeah, I've seen a lot of
ba-
good screenshots.
I mean, there's a couple of players that Geospy is one of their favorite players because if you know how to use Geospy and you know how to mod him and you know when to do his stuff, right? When he's stealthed, when the other character has like 20,000.
Holy shit! Roast Taco just donated $50. And he said, "Let's clear this out. These pickles might be extra sauce big. Let's see what happens."
Bigly big.
Oh my god! Yeah, they just cleared out a bunch of stuff. Wow.
Big bada boom.
Wow. Multi-pass.
Big bada boom.
Wow.
Now it's all
Rose is on fire.
Holy cow! Rose Tacos on fire.
Holy.
I don't have a cord to go touch you or anything like that. So. Spicy pickles, man! Oh man! Thank you for the $50 donation, Rose Taco.
That was a pickle explosion.
That was pretty good. I gotta say that was a nice explosion. All right, next. Did we cover? Yeah, we did. Spy. Okay. Next question.
All right. Next question is from who? ? Oh. question, Ranger, in the Django Bosk team, which Zeta is more important, Bosk's unique or Django's leader?
Bosk unique. You don't want their characters getting anything on them. So here's the way. Bosk with his unique keeps taunting, right? And it keeps your characters from being hit or anything like that. And you want them going off because you want them doing their AoE damage so you get the payout. If they're ability blocked or they're stunned, then you're in trouble. So having Bosk unique is more important than you can run the team without Django lead and do great, because your boss gets 30 speed along with everybody else, and if you can get your boss fast enough, he goes first, taunts, they try to remove it, can't, you have to hit boss unless you hit him with some kind of AoE, and then they're still going to do their special abilities, which is Django's going to do his fire, Boba Fett's going to do his AoE block, Zam's going to do her thermals, so, and then Dengar's going to throw his thermals, and then by then you should have your payout done. That's why the team works so well. And that's from Vancell, who created that team. And I have given him mad props because that team is nasty.
Yeah, and I mean, just to add another layer to that too, like if you were going to prioritize anything with Django's Zetas, I would go with his unique over his lead, because like the lead is just extra damage, which the bounty hunters already crank out a lot of damage, and I mean they're already very potent. That's really what it is, giving them an extra push. But that death on his turn can't be revived. That's huge.
It's incredibly useful for taking out Night Sisters.
Best Night Sister character.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a great offensive team, even if you don't have the bounty hunters at a top tier level. Like say you do need to run a boss team still, you got your 5 with Bosk, and then Django lead on offense is amazing.
Yep. All right. Finn?
All right. Next question is from Hadriel Jetberg. A question: currently working on Sith Trooper. Would he be workable at 5 or 6 star at high gear, or should I continue running Jedi Knight Revan until I can 7 star and unlock Malik?
I would, if you don't have your Sith Trooper done at 6 stars, I'd probably, the option, if you have Malik, but you're using Sith Trooper and he's not ready yet, put Scion in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great.
Yeah, or like Miss said earlier, Thrawn.
Thrawn is another great.
There's a lot of other options.
Yeah,
I've heard a couple of
Kylo Ren unmasked.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
On his unique.
Kylo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren
Grandmaster Yoda. You got like 7 different characters you could put in that team. So
there's a lot of different choices to make.
If you got the big 4, you're fine. Put in whoever you like. I see people using Sith Marauder.
You're talking about the taunting
is so
data?
flooded with Yoda.
Oh, Sith Marauders.
Yeah, Kylo Ren unmasked with the taunting Zeta.
I've even seen Doja-san runs. Earlier on when Darth Revan first released, you had the L3 T337 combo.
Yeah.
Like that team was even cool. Like L337 though, she can cleanse. I mean, like other than fear, she's just soaking up all that damage.
All right. Next question, Finn.
All right. Next question is from Scorp30.
Hey.
Question: will they roll out Gear 13 at the same time as the new Geo Territory War and Grand?
I don't know. Are they going to? You think they're going to drop the gear with the exhibitions to get us a taste of it, or you think they're going to wait till the actual events come? I think for the Geos they are. I don't know about Grand Arena. What do you guys
I think we're going to get
You think so?
placeholders. I think we're going to see placeholders
Okay.
in the exhibition to where we're going to see it, but they're not going to give us like full details.
Okay.
That's my guess. Can't touch this. Question: double drops does suck. That's not really a question, but yeah. Drop rates in general suck. Implement guaranteed drops. Yes. I mean, that's true. Which then leads to Jeff Nicholson, which is question: what are your thoughts on double drops? I think we went through that.
No, let's
about
not
JK.
Please, God,
and then
no
laugh.
More. No more.
Let's talk about that and eat each other's heads again.
No.
All right. Can't touch this. Question: why don't they just remove RNG from all of it? Would reduce these arguments. I mean, RNG is part of a game in the end, right? It's fine to have it.
It is the game.
It
Yeah.
is the game, man. Are you kidding me? It's all.
Big Venom, how do you feel about RNG?
No, it's part of the game. Like, I mean, it's part of almost every game. I'm fine with RNG.
I mean, that's why we have
don't
dice.
like you to tell me that you're giving me something that is RNG based to replace something that
Felt less RNG based.
yeah, that felt less RNG. Like, just tell me you're not giving it to me at all. It's fine.
To which Loki writes in chat, "I love craps." All right, so
That makes sense. That makes a lot of goddamn sense.
I do like craps table. I'm telling you.
All right.
All right. Next one. What else? 73 question. After all this friendly conversation, would you say SWGOH is a mod-based game or more of an RNG-based game? RNG, because you need RNG to get mods in the first place.
Yeah, it's RNG, baby.
Yep. Good
Or
point.
money.
Money.
Actually, that's the problem. People can whale out all they want and still not get a good mod.
Nope.
That's what pisses off a lot of spenders.
I only have one mod over plus 25 speed.
Mm-hmm. That's how many I have, and I don't spend. So there you go.
My highest is a 24. I mean,
NR Wilson question: when is the Palpatine lore video?
It's on the list, so I will get to it soon enough. Darth Hideous, Lord Palpatine.
Damn it, Loki!
Shreve Palpatine. What is?
Loki's typing in chat. I play craps to play SWGOH.
He's not wrong.
Damn it. All right. NR Wilson question: why does Grande think 169 million will be a good GP to do GOTV? I think you were just giving a
example, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be a break even there. I mean, the break even could be really high.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be realistic. It might be that guilds at 215 are deciding whether or not they do GOTB or whether or not they do Hoth based on getting better rewards.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be as low as 81 million, and it could be as high as 220. None of us know because none of us have seen the table.
The other thing too to keep in mind is, and I know it varies based on like your distribution of character GP and ship GP, but you need to be somewhere around 215 to 220 to get your 48th star in Darkside TV. So, I mean, that could be the potential cutoff, right? Where you've maxed out on Darkside TV before you even jump into it. So we have no idea of the numbers. We'll have to see, but there's a lot of things going on at the same time.
There we go.
Durgan question: do you think we'll eventually get an answer to what happened to Ezra and Thrawn after Rebels?
I'd love.
I would.
What's everyone giggling about? Miss and Tits are over there like trying to hold in laughs.
They've been doing that all stream. You just haven't been paying attention.
Well, I'm sorry. I got 9 windows open trying to run the damn stream.
Yeah, they're probably sitting there doing PMs with
Are you guys texting each other? Is that what's going on?
You guys have been missing it like the entire time. I'm just watching them like giggling back and forth, and you're
He's trying to intentionally like make me blush or make me mad.
Oh Jesus!
All right,
I'll go get another fork. I swear.
Don't put it in an outlet. Don't put it in an outlet.
All right. Next. Okay. So yeah, I think it would be really cool, and I think they will eventually. Just depends on how they target everything. And then we had the question about the lore with Ugnaught and Eth Kot. So we talked about that. Talked about the 80 million. Ouchie question: can we give a shout out to Surfinity of the Poor for putting the Bobby B bot in our Game of Thrones? So God.
What is Bobby B bot?
You don't know what the Bobby B bot is? Okay, so the Bobby B bot was actually on Reddit, and effectively anytime you called the Bobby B bot, it would post a quote from Robert Baratheon. And Robert Baratheon, for those of you guys who don't know, is from Game of Thrones, and he would just say the weirdest things. Well, now if you go into our Game of Thrones chat on our Discord and you tag Bobby B, it starts spewing nonsense. It is a not safe for work channel because he curses a lot. So
let me go in then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there you go. So you can get Robert Baratheon quotes. So there you go. Can't touch this. Question: what is it that McVenom wanted to say about double drops?
I don't remember. I really don't. It was something to the effect of what I just said. Just like I kind of agree with Ranger and Mist. Just don't say something as something and don't give us that something. Like I just don't get how you can keep calling saying that this is a reward or a replacement when it's obviously not a replacement. I don't mind. I agree also with Grande and Finn about it being, don't bitch about something that we were getting for free or we're getting as a bonus, but I don't feel that this was something that we were getting as a bonus. It was specifically verbatim said as a replacement. I don't feel it was.
Well, just to clarify, I'm not necessarily saying don't complain about something we're getting for free, but make sure the argument is against what you're doing in the comparison, right? Not about the double drop rate, because then you're complaining about the free event and not the issue, which is the compensation.
Which we separated out. But
there's a lot of issues going on here, and all of it broke down to them not telling us things in time.
Yes.
So
all right, here we go.
Let's see. DL Cool J question: 5 Omegas for 625 crystals
No.
and the weekly shipments worth it? No. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say no. Grande, don't you spend 200 crystals to refresh those Omega events, and you'll even do the 400, right?
Okay, so that was before I got to the point where Omegas weren't a problem anymore. So at some point you get enough Omegas to where the natural gain on Omegas is more than the characters you had when Omegas first came out, and is more than the characters they're releasing. And so at that point, you don't need them. I mean, I'm walking around with 200 Omegas all the time, 300 Omegas.
Well, problems. It's a tough life for Grande.
I'm telling you, you buy enough of something and it's no longer a
Yeah,
pinch
that's
point.
usually how it happens. I mean, if you buy 500 jars of peanut butter, you're going to have peanut butter throughout the ads for about 5 years. So, yeah.
Well,
you go through 100 jars of peanut butter in a year?
You should
What
be
are you
eating.
doing with all that peanut butter?
You should be eating. It's good protein, man.
But
peanut
I
butter's
will tell
healthy.
you.
Do you have a dog?
I will tell
Put
you
that in
I
your.
didn't-
You put that in
I
your.
didn't- I didn't
your protein
double and
drinks.
I didn't double and refresh that event
I'm
after
joking.
they started doing. After they started doing the Omega Pack for a while, and when you bought the Omega Pack a couple of times, you get some 25s and some 50s in there, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, I think we're good on Omegas. Like,
Wait.
it didn't take as long as I thought.
Loki, are you still in the Zoom call?
No, he's not.
He is, but he's not. He's just ragging me.
He just,
in chat.
he's
there on the
really,
bottom.
yeah, he's really trying to.
He's having fun in chat.
What's going on with you,
Talking
Loki?
about Ebon cock shards.
Yeah,
So,
how's that working for you, there,
Randy
Loki? You
tonight.
didn't think I was going to catch that, did you? Yes, it's not saying anything. He knows.
It's a
he's
bad
wrong.
time for a good old Maurice to write. That sounds delicious. Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, so the Omega value is actually there. 625 crystals for 5 Omegas is there for the value of an Omega. But again, this goes back to equivalency and what you plan on doing it for. I wouldn't spend it because I'd rather save my shards for the next panic farm that's coming for a character, right? So it all just depends on your situation, how many crystals you have, how much you're able to spend, how hard up you are for Omegas, and if you need them. And so it all just depends on what your equivalency is. But the value per Omega for crystals is not bad.
Okay.
The dagger question: do you think that GAs will continue to have the same single match rewards, or do you think they will shake it up?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
man,
What do you think, Mist?
So, Grand Arena Championship. I'm assuming they're talking about the Grand Arena Championship.
Good old
So,
Maurice. He just added $1.99 and said, "Well played,
Finn." Thanks, man.
So, as far as rewards go for the, I want to hope that they won't just have the. Oh god dang! What the hell are those stupid little thingies called? One sec. The Mark II pulse modulators. Are we talking about the individual round rewards?
Like you get
round
credits.
round to get Mark II pulse
You get credits
modulators,
for
or are we talking
winning.
about the 1 week round? Like
I think that's what he's talking about. The individual kind of like each. So Grand
So
Arena Championships is like a series of Grand
Right.
Arena. So will
Okay.
each Grand Arena keep their same rewards as they did before, or do you think they're going to change it up?
So I think they've already alluded to the fact that you will be able to get crystals from your Grand Arena Championship rewards, but we don't know where that is. Like if it's from the reward box that you get for progressing to the next tier, that if you get crystals there, or if the rewards, I mean, they very well may just keep the rewards the same, rotating between different various tank raid gear, Omega mats, Zeta mats, ship Omegas, and slicing materials. It's very likely that they'll just keep those rewards and offer the new Grand Arena Championship rewards for reaching different milestones, completing different feats, and then obviously breaking into the next bracket. But then they've also alluded to the fact that you may actually get a reward box at the end of each Grand Arena event that is based on the tier that you're in. So, Jesus, is your league, I think is what they call it, right? So it's your league, division, and...
That's the two. It's the two separations.
Yeah,
League
so the league and the division. So your league rewards may come... You may get a different box based on your league that you're in for, each bracket or each Grand Arena that you complete. So that's kind of what I'm hoping happens.
We'll have to wait and see.
All All right, and then last question for the night. Aparingo question: next Zeta recommendation: Kenobi, Anakin, Bosk unique, Crew unique, or start putting them on Separatists. I have the rest of the Zetas of each team that belong to the above. Separatists only, Grievous unique.
Forget that crap. Good old Maurice just donated $2. Just said,
"Don't read it."
Are sandals socially acceptable for merkin feet?
I love it. I love it.
I saw what you did. I saw
I
what you
love
did
it.
there, McVenom.
I love it.
All right, let's get to the Zeta thing. Oh my god, I'm so.
I have to turn chat off again. I was having a good time. Got to ruin the good time.
What Zeta do we think, guys?
Which one?
So Kenobi, Anakin, Bosk unique, Crew unique, or start putting on Separatists. I would go Crew.
Yeah.
But again, depends on how many Zetas you have. Because
And how
I
your
am
team
worried about
looks.
new characters coming.
Yeah.
Does he
Well-
have Darth Revan? Is he close to getting Darth Revan? Is he close to?
It's too much we don't know.
There's a lot of unknowns there. And if you have a Padme team, then
I like Bosk Unique.
Yeah,
Actually.
Bosk Unique is good.
But I have to look at your roster.
I would also say if you don't have 3 saved, probably save 3 until we
Yeah.
see this new
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
in 2 weeks, and then you can make a more informed decision in 2 weeks.
But I've always been curious about that. Is it better to save and hoard for something that's going to be playable possibly because you might be able to get it in the future? Or is it better to just go ahead and put it on somebody you're having fun with now?
It depends on who you're using it for. So, for instance, some characters just have to have that Zeta that you have in your inventory. For instance, like Darth Revan or Jedi Knight Revan, right? They just don't work without it. But then,
And Padme.
you know, you need there's certain leadership Zetas
Assuming
and
you can
things.
gear her up.
I've never hoarded.
Bitch,
So, but here's the other thing. So, if you're working towards, say, like people are for tomorrow, Darth Revan and then Malik, right? They've been hoarding Zetas because they know that character for them is worth it, and they're going to put it on there. Now, for me, I'm in the different boat. I already got all that done. I'm working on the Galactic Republic team because the way I do it is when I focus on a team, like I did with First Order or Bounty Hunters, doesn't matter. Zetas are going on. So I did the 2 on Padme. I just did the 1 on Anakin. Kenobi's about to get his. So I will round out the team and I'll stay on target until it shows up. But if I start getting a hint that there's something big, like a Darth Revan or something, then I'll hoard. But there's 2 schools of thought. Neither's right and neither's wrong. It's just what you were trying to accomplish.
This is where being free to play actually comes in handy
Yes.
because I never get shit on the first time around. I mean, I unlocked Padme, but I didn't get her 7 stars, and I sure as shit ain't getting her gear. So, I was able to spend all that extra time between Darth Revan's last showing up and him showing up tomorrow, saving up a lot of Zetas. I equipped a few Zetas between his first coming and tomorrow, and I still have 95 Zeta mats, and I just equipped HK-47's loyalty to the Maker Zeta. So that's I only need 25 Zeta mats to be able to equip HK's other Zeta, all 3 Darth Revan and both of Malik's. So I sacrificed quite a bit. I didn't Zeta a character for the better part. I mean, I only equipped, I think, B1's Zeta in the last month. So I've been hoarding Zetas for quite a while. So it takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of self-control, but you can't do it. And that's one of the very few perks of being one of the free-to-play who don't unlock things right away. You can save the Zeta.
I think it's true too that if you use something every day, right? Like let's say you're running Houndstooth and Fleet.
Yeah.
I'd probably stick that second Zeta on them, right? A lot of it to me has to do with how much am I using this character? How much am I using this ship?
Very
Right?
much
I mean I would Zeta both of Bosk's abilities because I actively use that character every day. I would for example, I run Bistan in my fleet in ships. So I took him to gear 12, and everyone's like, "Why'd you take Bistan to gear 12? Why'd you take SRP?" And I was like, "I run them every day, right? I mean, I get it; they're kind of cruddy characters, but the ship's all right, you know. And I run the ship every day, and if it kept me from dropping to rank 62 in fleet every day by taking them to G12, it was a win. Even though most people would be like, "Why'd you do that?"
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a real reason here why you want to do things sometimes, even though it seems a little bit counterintuitive.
Well, yeah, I put 2 Zetas on Bosk just because I enjoy bounty hunters. I enjoy playing them, so I wanted to.
There you go.
Have a good bounty hunter team.
And you're getting good value out of them.
Yeah. So I'm more of the mind. I understand what you're saying about hoarding, but I'm more of the mind too that if you've got enough to at least put one on a clutch person later, then put it on whoever you want when you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The main reason why I like to hoard is because, with what I've seen from the Malik event, where basically I had to get a character to 12-5, I have a very hard time finding that last G12, G11 finisher to get them to G12. I have a really hard time finding that piece. And so I have a lot of characters at G11. And I will tell you, there have been times whenever I have put a Zeta. I mean, I have a Zeta on Zalbar because I couldn't get his gear. Right, but I could put a Zeta on him, and so it made it work. I have Malik because I had a Zeta saved.
Yeah, and sometimes I can be the game changer. So to answer Jeff Nicholson in chat, he asked how many Omega mats you got. Though I have 93. So
what?
And I did the math. That's more than enough.
Well, and you have to look at your roster and ask yourself, like, is it time to start hoarding? Is it time to start, looking to the future as opposed to being a part of the now, right? Like, you're not always going to be a part of the current meta, and you're going to feel like you're always chasing the meta, but you got to take that time to get in front of it, right?
They're kind of trolling me in chat saying, well, not everybody's 5 million, they can't always hoard. I get it, but I'm telling you, it's hoarding to a point. I said save 3 Zetas. I didn't say save 47, right? I mean, right. I said my new floor is 60. I don't go below 60 unless I have to have something to, unless I have to have something, to be able to enter a game mode. That means when I get to 80, I'll spend one, right? It's the same thing. Like, I always keep, 20K in guild store currency, and the reason why is because if they put someone in there, I would be able to get that character 7-starred. It just means my new floor is not 0. That's all.
Next question.
What are we doing?
That was it. That was
last question. All right.
That was it? Yeah.
Jesus shit.
That's the first time McVenom smiled all day.
All right.
I like those questions actually because that one pertained to me.
Oh my God, you guys are crazy. All right.
They're over there playing footsie under the table.
I don't know what they're doing. All right,
I'm laughing at the jokes. Are y'all
not reading chat at all?
How did Luke get around Endor?
They're not reading.
I have tits. Can you milk me? Y'all not reading?
You guys aren't reading chat at all. That's some funny shit. Clickbait thumbnails. Oh, why are we not surprised?
All right, let's get to a big shout out here. Got the wrong one up. All right, so these people, we shout out everybody. We appreciate all our patrons, all your guys' support. It means a wonderful deal to us. But we just want to shout these folks out, especially because they give a little bit more, and we appreciate it tremendously.
We got some new people to add to that list too.
And their names are shown there nicely.
We update this before the stream, so every Wednesday around like 6 o'clock it gets updated. So next week, I know FC joined, so your name will be on the list.
FCME, he's super awesome.
Is he part of your guild?
Yeah, he's not only part of my guild. I probably call him on the phone every day and talk to him.
What? You don't call me on the phone every day.
Oh, you're right. I don't.
Are you a gold patron?
Yeah. The other one, Chris Coco in chat. Chris Coco in chat. I could probably call on the phone every day as well. There's a few people I talk to every day on the phone.
Yes, we want to say thank you for everybody who's got all your support, but especially these folks. So thank you. For
I called Shadow on the phone today. Anyway, I do call a lot of our Patreons on the phone every day.
All right.
That's what we need now. Grande Patron, the Grande patron is gonna get you like a free phone call from Grande once a month.
If anyone who is a patron, or they are a or they are a member on YouTube, or they are a sub, if you want me to call
you're just giving it away now. Damn.
No. Hold on. But I mean, I'm talking about people that go above and beyond. If you guys want me to call you on the phone, I promise I will call you on the phone.
Oh God.
I usually
just gonna spend his entire day.
I usually do it on while I'm driving. Like I'm dropping kids off or to the grocery store. I'm sunning.
This is the worst idea ever.
All right. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We have a lot going on. We appreciate everything. You can see everything going on here for YouTube and for Twitch. So make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Very much appreciated. All your guys' support and everything. And then Monday through Friday we do the lunch stream, 12 p.m. to whenever we get done. We're doing mini roster reviews. If you become a Patreon sponsor, $20 or more, you can get your name in front of the in-depth roster review we do on the lunch stream. We also, I'm doing mini roster reviews. If you're a patron of any level, I will look at any of your stuff and answer any questions you might have about your roster. So there's that. Wednesday night we do the 8 p.m. This stream. It's the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. Saturday we have Jedi Academy, where we bring the best and brightest YouTubers and game changers together to answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And then we do other stuff. We do Sundays D&D and other stuff that you guys can check out on the channel. Miss
1-800-BIG-DILL.
Oh, for God's sake! I was gonna let you pimp your stuff, but
sorry, that's what I'm laughing about now.
Dude, chat's on fire tonight.
Oh, it is.
I know they. 1-900, not 1-800.
Sorry, 1-900 is a big.
Yeah, 1-900 is the sex lines. That's why you got to talk to him. There.
He's got to get his money. $4.99 a minute.
That's the company Rocco worked for, right?
$4.99 only for the first 5 minutes. Then it's $2 a minute after.
I wonder if that's a real number.
Oh, don't call it.
See what's up.
Oh man!
Please don't call it.
God.
Missed anything you want to say about your channel or anything?
Thursday night streams.
Not this week.
Go sub.
Join Ranger and myself on Thursday nights where we have a lot of fun.
I'll go harass you tomorrow.
Get your parents' permission first.
Yeah, get your parents' permission first. It is an NSFW conversation about Galaxy of Heroes. I have demonetized myself, so no ads will run on any of my videos.
There you go.
For the foreseeable future. And Tits has herself muted. I basically.
So Ranger's free to say whatever he wants on that show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anybody who comes on the show can say anything.
You're more than welcome, McGann.
Yeah. Join us.
You took my F word away. Remember?
I gave it back to you.
Oh, you can have all the F bombs.
I gave you a free one.
Join me next Thursday.
Anytime you want.
I won't be. So that's
what's
the
an F bomb? A freedom bomb? Is that what that is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Flower bomb.
It's a flavor bomb. Is that what that is? A flavor bomb?
Hey, it is the most versatile word in the English language.
Do you pass out free candy? That's where the flavor bombs come from.
Unfortunately, on a digital medium that I have at my disposal, candy is not an option, but I can hand out all the F-bombs you want. So, Thursday nights, 8:30. Unfortunately, tonight or tomorrow night won't happen because I'm currently not at home. That's why I'm in this beautiful hotel room with a bathroom right behind me. So, yay for toilets. And I will not. I won't. Yeah.
Did you know that toilet actually starts with P? It's actually PTOILET.
Is it?
Yeah. The P is silent.
That's why you can never hear a pteranodon going.
Should you be allowed to say dad jokes that
terrible? I love it. I'm loving it over here, guys. I'm loving it.
That's yeah.
All right, Xylo.
You can never hear a pteranodon going pee.
God,
because the P is silent.
Xylo, where can folks check you out, please?
But yeah, so I am not
You
a
moved on.
not
Your
a
time is
sellout.
over.
I'm pretty much anything but a sellout.
Yeah,
so.
you're done.
goodness.
Xylo,
We're
real
just-
quick.
We're messing with you. We're messing.
GOM is my dear friend. Bless him and his handicaps.
Oh God.
All right, the stream's over. So thanks for joining us here in our
Well, one thing, a serious note here. If you guys haven't seen, I love watching me, but I'm just lose it right now. Alright. So if you guys haven't seen Paul from the Escape podcast we were talking about earlier, his wife is going through cancer treatment and he had a GoFundMe. He is wrapping up his GoFundMe here soon. So I'm putting the link in the chat for you guys. If you can, obviously depending on everyone's situation, but if you're able to help him out, please do so. He's going to be wrapping that up, and he's also doing a giveaway for anyone that's helping with his GoFundMe. Every $5 enters you into a raffle, and there's a chance to win some vaults in Galaxy of Heroes.
5 vaults.
Yeah, so one of 5 vaults you have a chance of winning. So make sure that you guys do, if you can, donate for there, and there's a chance that you can win that too. Little side thing. So help out Paul, help out Mrs. Paul, Kristen. So yeah, please check that out, and if you can donate, please do.
All right. With that, we are going to end the stream. So thank you so much for being here, guys, gals, children of all ages. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night, and we will holler at you later. Peace out.